look who's back in town, the boys. Back from Peoria, Arizona. Great to be here with you. Happy Thursday from Ben and Woods. I'm Woodsy. I am here today. Somebody just said my first drive with Ben and Woods in a month and no Woods. I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm out tomorrow. Flying back to the Big D, and I do mean Dallas, tomorrow to see some family. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindel's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, buddy. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, the chairman, joins us as well. How are you, sir?
I'm good. We'll be replacing you tomorrow, at least for part of the show, with also the Big D.
Oh,
Darren Smith going to come in and join us for a while.
Scared me for a minute there, replacing me with the Big D. Big D for Big D. I like it.
Yeah.
As I head to Big D, my grandmother, my nanny, turns 90 years young, and the whole family's coming in, and we are excited. My kids, just me and the boys tomorrow, so I got to travel with both those dudes, which is going to be fun. I like it. I like a challenge. I do, and it will give my missus a much-deserved break. So just be me and the boys.
Is Nanny a Texas lifer, or is she?
Yeah. Well, no. Arkansas,
Okay.
Tennessee, San Diego, California.
Oh.
That's where my mom was born, right here in San Diego. So I'm second generation, I guess you could say.
There you go.
Right?
Nicely done.
I mean, I know it's a huge skill of mine.
Great accomplishment.
It's a huge accomplishment of hers to be born somewhere. And then after San Diego to Texas and has never left for many, many, many years. It's going to be fun, man. I'll get to see some cousins, and I've got some cousins that have had babies that I've never met. So I'm excited to see their kids. And, we're going to eat some really good barbecue, and we're going to eat some really good food. I put on 2 pounds at spring training. So I wasn't stoked about that. Didn't eat well really at all. Only exercised one day, and it was, a walk. So today, going to go to the gym for one day, and I'm going to just tear it up. And then I'll be back sucking down brisket and banana pudding and coleslaw and potato salad tomorrow. Right?
I think that's how we started the show yesterday, talking about brisket and potato salad and banana pudding.
I'm just gonna crush it. I'm gonna crush it in the gym and give myself a nice couple of days.
Let me ask you, how well do you know your cousins?
Pretty well. I just haven't seen them in a long time.
Right.
I don't go back a lot, and like when I do go back, they have their own families. I know, I know some better than others. But we're all follow each other on Instagram and stuff, but we don't even really like comment or chat ever.
I've got a lot of cousins as well. I mean, but don't get to see them often. Just kind of basically follow them on social media and see what's going. Yeah. Hear from mom what's going on with some of the cousins sometimes.
My mom too is the great connector.
Right.
Keeps everybody engaged. And listen, I a lot of them have had children that I have not met, and I'm excited to meet them. And we're gonna do like a big lunch. Now the sweet part is my nanny does not know we're coming. Yeah, she's got no idea that me and Bo and Taylor are coming. It's safe. Yeah,
okay.
It's safe. Yeah, she
doesn't listen to the show, does she?
No, but my Aunt Karen does, and she's already been told.
Don't turn it on.
Yeah, my nanny's 90. She lives by herself, man. She takes care of herself. She's unbelievable. She's an unbelievable person. And I spent the first really 10 years of my life living with her and my mom, and my grandpa and some of my aunts and uncles. And she practically raised me when I was a kid. So we're very, very close. I'm the oldest grandchild. And so it was like, yeah, absolutely. This is important. We'll be there. My kids.
I'm also the oldest grandchild.
Yeah, my kids adore her. They adore her. They've only met her a few times, but they absolutely love her. She's the kindest, sweetest lady. I can honestly say in 50 years, I've never heard her say a bad word about anyone, ever.
Wow.
Never one time. And she's seen some S, man. She has seen some S. Never a word. Never a foul word about anyone. Never one time. Like, it's crazy.
Never complained about the DMV.
No. And I mean, like,
anything.
Even like, ex-husbands and things like that. Like, well, they must have had their reasons. You know what I mean? It was just like, holy smokes. Never, ever, ever, ever said a bad word about a soul. Ever. in her whole life. And it's probably why she's 90, looks fantastic, and takes care of herself. Right. Zero bitterness or, any anger in her life ever. Didn't drink, didn't smoke. I mean, she's fantastic. So I'm really excited to see her. Listen, my kids ask me, like, because they don't know. They're little. They're like, is this it? Or will she have more birthdays? And I'm like, I got a feeling she's going to live to be 100, knock on wood. I mean, she's just great. So we're looking forward to that, man. It's fun.
When you were talking about cousins, I started thinking about it. Are cousins some of the best friendships that exist?
When you're little, there's nothing better.
There's nothing better than hanging out with your cousin,
than
right?
cousins when you were little.
It was like your best friend, but you were family.
Yeah, it was cool.
I wish I had more cousins. I was thinking about it. Like, I have a few cousins, but I never really talked, like, age difference, whether they were much older or much younger. I don't really know them at all. But I had one cousin. He was 3 years older. That was like my big bro. And we still stay in touch, of course, now. But, like, that was like one of my best relationships of my life, like, as a friend.
Well, you're thrown together a lot when you're a kid with your cousins. You are. Like,
every family
you're
holiday
going
dinner
over
or
and
something.
you're like, I need somebody of similar.
Yeah.
Now, I was the oldest, and all of my cousins bothered me. They all, because I was old.
I mean, they didn't bother me so much, but I said I was the oldest grandchild. I believe my brother, who's almost 4 years younger than me, is the second oldest. So all of the cousins are at least 4 to 20 plus years younger than me. Right. So it was hard to necessarily feel that close friendship growing up.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I'm really excited to see their kids and be around. But no, it's gonna be awesome, dude. We're gonna go. It's a quick one. I mean, it is quick as can be. We are flying out tomorrow morning early, and then we have the drive from DFW to my parents' house, which is about 2, could stretch to about 2.5, which is fine. It's fine. We'll get out there. The kids
landing in San Diego and having to drive to, like,
Yuma.
Yeah.
It is. And
wow.
But my kids want to stop at Buc-ee's, and so we're gonna go to Buc-ee's, kill 30 minutes at Buc-ee's. Then we're gonna get out to Gabby and Pops' house, and which is amazing, and we'll have a great time, dude. Get to see some family, and let mom and dad take care of their 50-year-old man child for a weekend. Excited though.
No, I'm glad you're getting a chance to go back and see the family.
Yeah,
we'll be fine.
I know you guys
will
will
be good
have
without you tomorrow.
Have it locked down. Just replay all the
honestly,
the
if we do nothing else this week, it'll still be one of the greatest weeks in Ben and Wood's history.
I mean, couldn't agree more.
The first 2 shows in Arizona were great. Yesterday was just beyond epic. I hope most of the people who are listening today had a chance to be with us yesterday, but it is truly one of the days I'm going to remember, like, when it's all over and you look back at your radio career and you go, which were the days that really stand out in your mind? That's going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, no question, man. Kind of drove home yesterday. Like, we got out of the, we started packing up after the show was over. And, I was ready to get home. I miss my kids. I miss my wife. And I miss my house. I miss San Diego. Like, that's the other thing is you're out there in Peoria, like, there's like dudes walking around smoking pipes on the street, in jean shorts, and like just like the weirdest, creepiest alien people you've ever seen. So you want to get back home ASAP. But I'm so tired after the show. We load the car up and we get the drive going. We get to Gila Bend and we leave Gila Bend. We fill up and my eyes start crossing on the road. And I looked up and it was just a straight flat line as far as I could see. And I'm like, my head's starting to go back.
Like,
and
boy.
My eyes are starting to cross. And I'm like, oh my God. I go, Paulie, how you feeling? He goes, I feel great. Just got the video done. He goes, I can drive if you want. And I literally on the side of the road, side of the highway was like off the side of the highway.
Yeah, you go, all right, yeah, maybe I will take you up on that.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like in Yuma or something.
Yeah.
And
no,
then you're like,
right there.
10 seconds later, like, screw it. And you just pulled over on the side of the highway.
The grooves.
Kind of like those sometimes.
Yeah, I do too. And so I get off, we run around, and Paulie jumps in, and I lean the seat back. We're listening to Stern prank calls, having a great time. I'm still awake, laughing. And then apparently, and I don't remember this, but apparently I dozed off at some point.
Did you?
I did. Apparently, Paulie has told me that I did doze off at some point. But he hasn't. Oh no. There it is. Just dead to the world.
Mouth agape.
Mouth agape. Mouth breather. Look at that. Disgusting.
I will be fair. You were only out for like 10 minutes.
Oh, it felt good. It felt
like
good.
5 to 10 minutes was all that I think you were actually out. That was the only time I heard any snoring.
Look at it. So you got to put it in the montage folly of the other one of me and Ben.
That one a couple of years ago, you guys were out for like several hours.
I was so sick. Riding in the back of Ben's car. I told this story to my wife the other day. Who did I tell? I think it was my wife. We passed Raising Cane's, and I go, oh, I shuddered. And she's like, what? You don't like that place? I go, no. When we were coming back from spring training one year, I was so sick. I literally think it was
that
like
was the year. Yeah, 2 years ago.
It was like heat. I'm not kidding. I think it was like heat stroke. I don't know what it was.
It was about the last hour of the show. You were laid up on a picnic table.
Yeah. And then we got in the car and I fell asleep. And then you guys was in the back and you guys were like, hey, we're going to stop for lunch. You want anything? I'm like, leave me alone. No. So these guys pull off at Raising Cane's and they go inside and they eat their lunch like normal people do. As I laid in the car, I didn't even leave.
By yourself in the parking lot in Yuma.
Parking lot in Yuma. Then you guys got back in the car and you reeked. You smelled like you were working the fryers at Raising Cane's. And I'm sick. I'm in the back. I'm like, I'm like, get me out of here. I've not been able to look at that restaurant since.
Me and Ben are like, hey, a-hole, what are we supposed to do? I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
I'm in the back. I'm like, GD, this sucks. You guys reek right now. It was so bad. But yesterday was way less eventful than that. But got home, saw the family. It was so good to see everybody. And I watched the Aztec game until half, and then I just sacked out. I was so tired, but it's good to be here this morning, man.
I will say that when I got home, I had a little burst of energy, and I did my expense report very quickly.
Did you?
And perhaps one Adam Klug was tired of wearing it all week, because within 30 seconds of me submitting it, I got the notification that it had been approved.
Wow. There is
in fact, he may get in trouble for not being thorough enough looking at it. He was so fast.
Was Adam on drugs last night?
I don't know, but I will give him credit. It was instantaneous. It's already been advanced to the next stage, set for payment. I mean,
he really does like Ben way more
fast.
Well, but here's the thing. I still have my receipts because there's some things that I paid for. I've got them here.
Ooh.
And I still have to submit those and my mileage.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to submit my mileage, which is 832 miles, dude. It's no joke. Get a nice little chunk of change back for that. Probably going to buy some baseball cards with it. Came home to a bag full of cards that I had bought in the
What are
mail.
you thinking about? $8 a mile, something like that?
And my wife was like, I go, what is that jersey Mike's back? She goes, why don't you take a look inside? So I poke my head in there. I go, oh, all the little
envelopes.
singles and envelopes that I had ordered in ambient hazes from eBay in the middle of the night.
Can't believe you were able to acquire a Jared Grindlinger 18U baseball card.
Jared Grindlinger?
Oh, this guy's going to be huge.
There's a method.
You have no idea.
There's a method to my madness. Okay, you guys got to trust me on this. But I sat there and she looked at me and I was like, I'm gonna go to my office. She's like, you just got home and you're gonna go do baseball cards. I go, yeah. What did you need me to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to go back in the bedroom? I didn't think so. All right, well, yeah, then I'm gonna go do baseball cards. What do you want me to do? Kids are playing, they're good, everyone's happy. I'm just back here. She's so repulsed by me in this hobby. She is so repulsed by me in this hobby. What are you going to do? It's healthy. It's a healthy hobby.
Call it an art and a craft.
Okay, you're bonding with your son.
Yeah, my son was nowhere near me. He actually came to Dad, I want to open it with you. I was like, yeah, come on. Kind of annoyed. I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. Don't touch it.
Make a collage out of all of your baseball cards.
I'm trying to help you, man.
Like, don't touch it, dude. Just here. Let me just do it. Here, you go throw this stuff away. It's awful. So yeah, I'm a stone junkie at this point. But man, it was good to be home. Good to sleep in my own bed last night. It's good to get takeout from, San Diego instead of takeout from Peoria. It was just nice. It was nice. Had a little sushi lounge.
Yeah, I felt a little ill after we just went for convenience since we were already at the gas station.
You didn't have to tell everybody this. This was one that I was going to keep under wraps because the tier ones that we ran into there, I told them, you didn't see us here. But now that you've brought it up,
I thought about slipping them $20.
Literally.
I
wasn't going to say
this. This is called accountability.
Oh, I hate this. Go ahead.
I did the Mickey D's thing. It's been a while since I've had the full experience.
It was an orgy of food. Yeah. It was an orgy of food we ate. Disgusting.
Strolling on into McDonald's.
Yes. And we walked in.
Just a table full of cheeseburgers and McNuggets and fries. And you had a Big Mac, I think.
Yeah. Thank you for telling everyone.
Yeah.
God. So we did walk in.
Yeah.
You fat, lazy.
Are you kidding
idiots.
me?
Are you kidding me?
We walk into Mickey D's in Gila Bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't going to make it all the way to Yuma or El Centro, which
starving.
Probably would have been the better thing, but we were all hungry after the show and just had to eat.
Well,
I suggested Little Italy, but you guys didn't want to do that.
Out of my nose.
The Space Age Cafe was back the other direction. We weren't going to sit down for that long. We wanted to get home. So,
well, we walked in. And there was a table full of tier ones. It was a couple and another girl and a bunch of kids. We walked in and we hear, "Hey, Ben and Woods," and I go, "God, son of a bitch, no!"
I go, "We're just here for the bathroom."
And I go, "Hey, you didn't see us here," and they started laughing because I wasn't going to tell this one on the air. I was going to keep this a secret.
Sorry.
And
accountability.
And we had to go up to the kiosk. Now, the best part was I go, "Hey, dude, you have a McDonald's app, don't you?" And Ben goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Hang on, let me get my points." And he had to scan it in.
I get my iced coffee there, so I just collect the points, but 99 cents at a time.
So I order mine first, and I walk away, and then I hear him chastising Paulie for your nugget selection.
Well, you can get. Here's this. Okay, so this
drove me crazy.
This is what Adam should really be mad about here. We ended up with 20 nuggets at the table between us.
I know.
I think there was
I got a 6,
a 4, a 6, and a 10. I think
Who
Paul
got
got
the 10?
4. You ordered a 10?
Yeah, because I thought one of you had ordered a 10 because they had 2. You could get 2 10-piece nuggets for $5, but somehow. So we could have gotten 20 nuggets for $5, but somehow we spent about $19 on our 20 nuggets because we ordered them separately in 4, 6, and 10 instead of just doing 2 10s for $5.
But how did you even know that? And I didn't
because there was a giant sign on the wall that said 2 10-piece McNugget deal for $5.
But
And so I assumed when you guys got McNuggets on the side that you got a 10 to share. And I thought, I'll do the 10 as well.
No, he got a 6.
I got a 6.
And you got a 4.
And then I got a 4 because I didn't want 6.
But we could have split
if we had just gotten 2 10s, we could have just split them all between us and saved like $14.
Just get what you want and order it.
That's how I roll. I don't think my head doesn't.
If you communicate, you can save a lot of money by taking advantage of the deals.
Hang on. Okay, so they bring our food out to us, and what are we going to do? We're going to dump 20 nuggets on this dirty poo-poo table
and then just eat,
and just split them up
and just reach into the box
chips
and grab them as you see fit.
Yeah, you make a stack like poker chips of your nuggets.
Slide them on.
You see me, I'm shuffling my nuggets in my hand.
I don't want your dirty little fingers all over my nuggets. Just give me my little box with my 4 nuggets.
But his brain is wired in that way. Mine is not. Yours is not. Now it happened again. I don't even know if he noticed that I saw this. We had to fill up with gas at Love's, and we walked inside, and he wanted to get some gummy worms or something. Gummy bears.
You had gotten the gummy bears the other day, and I didn't get any of them, so I felt like I needed a snack at some point on the way home. So you could get one thing of gummy bears for like $4.80 or 2 for $5 because they had one of the berry gummy bears was like 2 for $5. Well, you get 2 for $5. It's a much better deal.
He walked up and I'm checking out. I'm buying logs of Zyn, and I hear him go, "These are 2 for $5."
Right, because I was doing the self-checkout and it kept saying individual. So I'm like, I wouldn't have gotten 2 if they were going to if they were going to be full price.
He's over there haggling about his gummy worms.
So then I had to
haggler.
go over to the actual checker, and she said, well, if you had gone all the way to the last step, then the discount would have applied.
But how are you
But how am I supposed to know? It says here, hit pay. And I'm like, am I going to hit pay and pay double what I'm supposed to pay?
It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest dichotomy I've ever seen, because this dude he'll go to a restaurant that's like, hey man, it's $3,000 to eat here. He's like, sounds good. And you go to Mickey D's, and he's like, we overpaid for a nugget. Like, what are you guys doing? I want 2 for $5. Like, I'm like, where'd you eat last night? He's like, oh, we went to this place. Yeah, it's like $1,500 a person. I'm like, Jesus, no way. He's like, yeah, it's fun. It's an experience. Mickey D's, the guy's in there just grinding them down for his nuggets and his gummy bears. It was unbelievable. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It was just, I go, think about gotten a 10 for less. And I go, but I didn't want 10.
Think about if you find a way to save $3 every day, just by, that's one deal,
$21 a week.
That's $1,000 extra you'll have at the end of the year to do something really cool with. And you really don't have to, if you make it a habit, like, all right, I can save $3 with this deal as opposed to getting this other thing.
Right.
Then I feel like at the end of the year, I've got like that. That's a significant chunk of extra money.
That's a lot of baseball cards.
I can go to a really $1,000. I can go to a really fancy dinner with that I want to do for one time because of all the little $3 that I saved over the course of the year.
For me, it's more of like my brain's not wired that way. Also, that I get embarrassed. If they offer me a deal, I'll take it. But what I will not do is go up and be like, hey, you said that this was, 2 for 1.
I also think that it's important if you're advertising something at a store, a restaurant, that you should be held accountable to give that deal to the person when they come up.
That's fair.
And not get overcharged for what you said you were going to charge. Don't entice someone in with a deal and then not give it to them when they're at the register. I'm not embarrassed to say that. Like, hey, you're advertising this deal. I'm not getting it. I would like to get the deal you're advertising at least.
This is been your lesson, according to Vinny, in mechanomics this morning here on Ben and Woods. So
everyone in the chat's on Ben's side. We're morons.
I get it, Paulie. And it's just convenience. It's just like I'm just gonna get what I want.
I have no problem paying extra or more than I should be. Even,
I know. I'm the same
it's
way.
like that's what I want. I know that's what I want. I don't want to go through a bunch of hoops or whatever.
Even if it's one hoop, I'm not a hoop jumper.
I will say I'm kind of wired. I enjoy the hoops a little bit.
Yeah,
like, you love the hoops. The process of the hoops.
You like holding.
It's kind of like a game to me.
You like holding their feet to the fire.
I know, but I like, it's an app. It's like, it's like almost like a game where you can win real, discounts.
I get it. The sometimes the app thing, it's just too many. I think it's just too many. Like, download this app and you get 10%. I'll get those. I'll go buy a shirt and they're like, sign up with your email. You'll get 15% off. I'm like, no. I'm not, because you're going to wear me out for the whole year. Because I buy one shirt, you guys are going to crush me for the rest of the year. So keep your 15%. I just want this one time buy.
One click to unsubscribe once you get the email.
Like I said, but like
too
many hoops.
Ben will wait in line at Costco for gas for 10 minutes. Whereas like if the line's that long, I'm just going to Chevron or whatever.
I mean, if it's like absurd, like there's 9 cars, but if it's like one cycle through the Costco, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm here anyway. It's going to take an extra 5 minutes. If I do that, 8 to 10 times a year, I'm going to save another $100 in gas. That's money at the end of the year I can spend on something else I enjoy more, around a golf, something that I like that I'm not putting toward nothing, like just paying more for gas.
What's your time worth? That's the thing for me. My time is more valuable.
I mean, if I need to be somewhere at a time, great. But if I'm hurrying up to get somewhere just so I can sit in a chair for 4 minutes rather than in my front seat of my car for 4 minutes, it's like, all right, I'll sit in the front seat of the car for 4 minutes and wait for the gas.
Also, when you keep saying like, and then at the end of the year, I have an extra $250 to go do blank. Like, don't you then have to save those $3 that you saved on your nuggets or your gas or whatever, and like keep track of it and be like, I saved I saved on gas.
It's kind of a mental game. I don't necessarily always spend that extra money. I just know that that's constantly acquiring it.
That's kind of my point. You're not going to remember those $3 extra in December.
I do.
He will. Yeah. My dad's wired that way. I'm not. and that's how you're.
I'm just like, we get paid on Friday. I'm gonna get whatever I want.
Yeah, we're awful like that. I know it's not great.
Get what you want. Make it easy.
It's not the greatest. Look,
I'm buying convenience though.
I know I am too. I'm a big fan of convenience. Huge.
I will pay for convenience.
Massive fan of convenience. Huge fan. All right, let's go to break. Come back, get this thing cranked up.
Get going. I see Sammy Lev in the chat says he misses his friends.
We
Ben
miss
and
you,
Woods.
dude.
He's at the Peoria Sports Complex. He will join us later. We also have a very special guest coming up at 7 o'clock. I won't say yet who, but I will say
what's on the
Manny Machado, I guess, technically gave him a contract extension as well this past week.
So everyone's getting extensions right now.
He's handing out extensions left and right.
He gets one. He's handed out one. He encourages them. He's all about the extensions this week. Maybe
you guys are the voice of San Diego.
Oh,
hi, Manny.
Thank you, Manny. Appreciate it. You didn't have
technical
to say that.
glitch. I don't know how that just popped in.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Oh, that's wild.
Paul, you're gonna have to fix that. Can we get an engineer? In to fix
Please,
that
come.
glitch?
No, I don't want to hear that again.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Oh, now it's really messed up.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
What is happening right now?
The computer
engineer. Someone get an engineer.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Oh my gosh.
We just
I'm trying. You guys are the voice of San Diego.
It won't stop.
You guys are the voice of San Diego. You guys are the voice of San Diego. You guys are the voice of San
What did
Diego.
I just played all morning?
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Well, we'll work on. I
gotta
that.
fix it. I'm gonna restart my computer.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Thank you.
We'll try
You guys
again.
are the voice of San Diego.
Enough.
We'll figure it out during the break with Ben and Woods after our first check of traffic here on 97.3. The Fan.
You guys
Stop,
are the
Manny.
voice of San Diego.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Did you correctly guess who our guest is going to be at the top of the hour?
Yeah, it's on the thumbnail. Paulie tweeted out last night.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sporting director Tyler Heaps from SDFC, who just got a contract extension himself from, the team owners are the ones who give the sporting director contract extension. So Manny Machado, one of the team owners at SDFC, technically gave Tyler Heaps contract extension. He's going to join us coming up at 7 o'clock as SDFC gets ready for MLS game number 2 this weekend against St. Louis City, another home game at Snapdragon Stadium. Tyler Heaps is a
stud.
Cool story because he is
stud,
but he wasn't like a big name. I mean, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
He's like my age.
Yeah, he's like Paul's age, early 30s.
So much more.
Makes you question what you've done with yourself.
But I don't think he wasn't their first choice necessarily. He was one of their analytics guys, like really smart, and they just decided, why don't we give him a shot? Man, has he run with it and done a fantastic job putting together a team from scratch, from literally nothing to the first place team in the Western Conference in their first season, and then off to this great start in season number 2. picking a coach, Mikey Varis, and then every single player on that roster, putting it all together. Tyler Heaps is going to join us coming up at 7 o'clock today, and we'll talk a little SDFC this morning. Now that we're back in studio, Woods, we can get back to some of our usual features as well, including Don't Do This. We'll play a little Real or Fake. It is a Throwback Thursday today. Chance to qualify for the Guns N' Roses tickets that we've already qualified some people for this week.
Why don't you bang that for tomorrow since I'm gone and we do Take on Woods today?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Since I'm here today.
Okay, perfect. Let's flip it.
I like that.
Yeah,
great
that might
plan.
be one of your best ideas on the show.
It's logical. It's a very Ben-like idea.
It is.
Very logical.
I didn't
makes
even
total
think
sense.
about it.
Neither Paul or I could come up with something simple. All right.
Darren, you want to play Take on Darren?
Exactly. So, yeah, now Darren can help with Real or Fake.
And it makes Buddy Black so happy when we play Take on Woods.
Guy really loves that.
Loves that segment
He mentioned
so
it
much.
at least twice while we were out there.
You guys not doing Take on Woods or what? What's the problem?
It's great to have you guys out here. I don't like that we don't get any Take on
wander
Woods.
over around 920 Mountain like, hey, is it Take on Woods time?
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
He was upset. I'm sorry, buddy.
Thank you, Carlos. Says nobody comes up with ideas like Woods the best. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that.
Perfect,
man.
Perfect. And of course, we will also be joined by spring training.
San Diego.
That's right.
Spring training Sammy will check in late in the show today at 9:35 after he's gotten updated from Craig Stammen, everything that's going on at the Peoria Sports Complex. All guests on Ben Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. But why don't we get started with what went on as we were driving home yesterday? Padres playing another Cactus League game, including Michael King's spring training debut. How did it go? We'll talk about it coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Love being on remote. Love spring training. It is comfortable to be back here in our studio as well.
I'm so happy being home.
The only problem was during the drive yesterday, I had fully intended to listen to Jesse and Tony, but I was having trouble getting internet connection for the stream in the middle of nowhere, Arizona.
Yep.
So I turned on my satellite radio instead, and they did have the game, but it was the Angels broadcaster.
All right, better than nothing.
So I got to hear what was going on, but it's not the same. I promise you. No offense to whoever was calling the Angels game. Not the same when it's not Jesse and Tony. But I was able to follow along, and it sounded like things went pretty well for Michael King, especially the first 2 innings, which was what he was really only scheduled to pitch 2 innings yesterday. Struck out a couple of guys, went 1-2-3, 1-2-3, but he was so efficient in just 23 pitches. They said, you want to go back out for one more? That one a little shakier, gave up the home run to Christian Moore and a single, but he also struck out 2 more guys before they pulled him after 2 2/3 innings. But came off the field afterwards and seemed like he was very pleased with a first spring training effort following last year's, choppy injury-laden season for Michael King.
Had a couple of nice plays from his third baseman, Manny Machado. So I got home. And as soon as we got the kids ready for bed, we all got in bed and were cuddling, and it said, boom, it popped up. They're replaying the game. So we turned it on immediately. It was awesome. We did some reading, but I was watching out of the corner of my eye as Manny made a couple of nice plays, strong throws. Somebody made the point on Twitter, and I go, oh, it's a good point. How excited Manny and Xander will be looking across the diamond and seeing an actual giant at first base in comparison to what they've had before. Like an actual, Crony's not a tall dude. Yeah. Luis Ariz is not a tall dude. Gavin Sheets and Nick Castellanos are tall dudes. They're big targets. So Manny just rips one, and it's just boop, right in the chest. Yeah. So good to see. Manny had some fun out at third, too, yesterday. Zach Neto advanced from second to third, and Manny gets the throw, puts the glove down, safe. So Manny then looks around, picks up Neto's leg, puts the glove under it, and drops his leg right on top of the glove. And the umpire still safe. No, he's still safe. So
yes,
good,
we
man.
know.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. It's spring
great.
training. Manny's doing a bit.
But let me tell you, man, Michael King looked really, really, really sharp 26 of his 37 pitches for strikes. And, we talked to Joe Musgrove yesterday about the up downs, right? And it's like, bro, I can go throw a bullpen all day. You get charged up, you get juiced up for a bullpen, then you got to go sit and wait, and your offense is hitting, and hopefully they're hitting for a long time. And then you got to be ready to come back out there, reset the body, reset the mind, do it all again. This is it, and Michael King said the same thing.
He did.
Up downs are important.
And I thought that was fascinating because I'd never really heard it put the way both of those guys did. And it's not so much about the number of pitches. Like, you could throw 70 pitches, you could throw 50 pitches, but if you get up and down 5 times versus 3 times, that up and down is what leads, especially this time of year, to some of that extra soreness that you got to battle through. So he had that extra up and down to go out for the 3rd inning that they weren't necessarily anticipating, but pretty happy with the performance. Back to the first baseman comment you made.
Yeah.
I've noticed, and I'm sure you have as well, that you almost never see a throw, though, over the head of the first baseman anymore.
It's pretty rare.
Infielders are so trained now to miss low on the bounce.
Pretty
because, well, first baseman can make that pick, especially if it's a nice, comfortable one-hop bounce, that hit the grass, one hop across the diamond. And they so rarely throw it over a guy's head anymore. It's like, if I'm going to miss it low because, well, you can call it analytics or you can call it common sense. There's no chance for a guy to grab a ball that's 6 feet over his head, but there is absolutely a chance for a guy to grab a ball that is 6 feet short of him and bounces to him. So you do see more guys miss on those hops, but that is what they've been taught to now do, just instinctively throw it low every time.
So many youth teams too across the country, so many youth, and I'm talking, 12U and up. They play on, guess what? All turf fields all the time. Everywhere they go is turf fields. So these kids are learning to go deep in the hole at short. And instead of ripping your arm out of its socket at 12 years old to try to get another speedy little kid running on the line, boom, the long hop off the turf, easy pick for the first baseman. Big leaguers do it all the time too. That's those fields are like turf fields. So yeah, miss low, aim small, miss small, down in the zone to the first baseman. But big targets over there, which I think, you appreciate. It's just little things like that you notice. And somebody made the very astute point on Twitter last night of how nice is it to look over there and be like, a target, a big old target for once over at first base for the San Diego Padres. Gavin Sheets looks great. He looks fine over there. Like that was his natural position growing up. So he's back to where he belongs. Castellanos has acquitted himself so far of the position. We heard from Yonder Alonso yesterday about the work that they put in. Crazy amount of work in the offseason before he even got here. So he was working 3 days a week, 2 hours a day with Yonder to learn some footwork around the bag, the picks, and all that. So then when he got here, he was ready to go. But he called Yonder while he was still a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. Maybe even thinking, writing maybe on the wall here in Philly, I need to be able to say, I'm not the world's best outfielder. I can do it if Toddy needs a blow, which is what Nick told us. But I need to learn this new position. And I've played third, so this is the natural progression. He had the kind of foresight to call Yonder Alonso early before he even signed here and get work done and learn the position. So I thought that was a cool story too.
By the way, if you missed it, Yonder was amazing yesterday when he sat down with us and told us the story of working with Manny the day he was drafted.
Yes, that was so good. I told Bo that.
The day he was drafted, because you're not allowed to until you were officially drafted to work with a professional. At least back then you weren't. The day he was drafted, he calls, Manny calls him and says, I'm ready to work out with you.
And he goes, what, aren't you out celebrating? He goes, no, we're working tomorrow.
And then the story about how he started becoming close with Yonder's sister, Yaine, is, and became childhood, essentially, teen girlfriend, boyfriend, and now, of course, married and starting their family. And it's just it's a romantic story. It really is.
Well, and I don't know that I'm supposed to share this story, but I'm going to do it anyway, because Yonder did tell us this off the air. And, we were asking how Manny's doing. And because, we love Manny. Everybody knows that. And he goes, dude, number one, you've never seen a schedule on a human being like this guy. Like, never. He goes, I have to tell him, hey, dude, you're going to burn yourself out. Like, you have a lot of responsibilities, et cetera. And Manny wants to make sure that he's ready this year. He wants to make sure he's ready for the WBC as well.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Thank you, Manny. and you want to, he's like, so he's been doing his work, comes to the facility early, always one of the first 5 guys there, gets his work in, plays the game or doesn't, whatever, and then leaves. And then he and Yonder and his son come back to the facility at about 5 o'clock, and they do a whole nother workout and a whole nother round of
the
hitting.
only ones there.
The only ones there, 5, 6 o'clock at night, getting that extra work in. Look, I wash me to death, man. I love it. I can't get enough of that stuff, as you guys know. Like more. I'd be, once you put it on video, you know what I mean? Yonder tweet it out so that I'm very happy. So I love to hear that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
What a great dude.
Yonder was terrific. Yeah.
Terrific.
Glad we got a chance to sit down with him. Okay. So after Michael King's 2 2/3 innings, in comes somewhat forgotten guy in the Padres bullpen.
Right?
Alec Jacobs.
Nasty.
Was really, really good. Struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. Perfect 1 1/3 inning. There's no spot for him in the bullpen right now.
Yeah, unless somebody gets hurt.
As constructed, no spot for Alec Jacob in the bullpen right now, but he looks like very much a major league reliever.
Fritzy told me in fantasy camp, actually, I ran into Ben Fritz and he goes, I just watched Alec Jacob throw a pen. And I go, oh, nice. I go, I made some comment about, how he spins it and moves. He goes, dude, he's throwing hard. He's added some velo this offseason. I go, oh my God, if you can mix and match like that, you could pump it up and then
dial it back
a
the way
bit.
he can with his funky.
God.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, like you said, where does he play?
So, and I think Kevin AC wrote and said, like as we kind of grilled AJ on, you said at the end of our interview with AJ Preller yesterday, I think you're working on a trade.
He said, I don't think you're done yet.
And AJ was very quiet, gave us his poker face, doesn't reveal anything. AC wrote, there is certainly the speculation that the Padres could make a trade late in spring training. Could he brought up the names Jeremiah Estrada, David Morgan, established relievers that would be appealing to other teams. The question is
Alec Jacob too.
But Alec Jacob could also be the guy who steps into
there.
If you trade one of the more established guys. I think it's all a matter of value.
Marinaccio's another one.
What you can get. Ron Marinaccio could be traded, could be a guy that steps in for one of the guys who is traded. The question is, what are you trading for?
Right.
What's your biggest area of need? And I think the Padres need spring training. They need these next 3 weeks of spring training to truly figure out what is it we need. If none of these like 5th starters end up panning out, you'll desperately need some starting pitching, and maybe a team will have something available for you. But if 2 or 3 of these guys, Walker Buehler, Herman Marquez, work out, you don't want to add any more pitching to. You're already going to have to release a couple of guys. We already talked about the story of now Matt Waldron, no options, and dealing with the aftermath of his surgery. You don't want to trade for a guy that you're immediately not going to have a spot for. So you may have trade chips. You don't know what to ask for back at this point. I guarantee, though, that other teams are calling and inquiring about some of the Padres bullpen guys.
I bet AJ Preller knows what to ask for. I bet he's got something in his mind that he wants on this team, that he feels that he and his team, maybe they haven't identified it exactly yet, Benny, about we're not really comfortable at blank base or in this position in the outfield, even though they should be. That the team looks solid right now. And again, you saw the lineup that came out yesterday. You go, all right, yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. But and again, what team is going to be like, yeah, we'll give you a 4th starter for Ron Marinaccio and Alec Jacob to bolster our bullpen? I just don't see that happening. But I do think he's working on something, maybe even something big. But I have no idea. Maybe minor league depth, maybe prospects, because the 30th ranked team.
And that's, Emily said flip for prospects to trade at the deadline. I was kind of thinking along those same lines. If you don't have a specific thing you're looking for, have AJ and a scouting team identify targets who could be valuable chips for teams in July that are out of it and would like to acquire those prospects when you definitely are going to need something, obviously, later in the season if you're in playoff contention and want to add weapons for the last couple of months of the year in the playoffs.
And it's a bummer because, you guys got guys like Ron Marinaccio, he's out of options. Like some of these guys, it's like you better hope they clear waivers. And I don't think they will, because I think
I don't think so.
I think people now, like, why would you trade with AJ Preller when there's a decent chance he lets 4 guys try to go through waivers that you're like, I'll take him and I'll take him And because, again, I was reading AC's piece, and he said virtually right now, barring injury and things like that, the guys that he's got earmarked for the bullpen, Jason Adam, Yuki Matsui, Mason Miller, Jeremiah Estrada, David Morgan, Brian Hoeing, Morahone, and Wandy Peralta. And I go, that's a damn good bullpen. But then what happens to Alec Jacob? What happens to Ty Adcock, Ron Marinaccio, Bradley Rodriguez, Kyle Hart, all these guys? Some can be tucked away in AAA, but like Marinaccio, he's out of options. And he's not going to clear waivers. There's just no way.
Kyle Hart with a scoreless inning yesterday as well. Ty Adcock with a scoreless inning yesterday also, as the Padres beat the Angels 7-3. Still no really breakout offensive performers on the big league side. Romeo Sanabria continues to have a really good spring. He came in late as a pinch hitter and drove in a run.
That's all he does.
Just continues to drive in runs for the Padres.
He's got like 8 RBIs already.
Well, I thought the most interesting at bat, the Angels announcers weren't as excited about it, but I was. Ty France came up with 2 outs and 2 on in scoring position and struck out, but tapped his head, got it overturned on the ABS, and then proceeded to rope a 2-run single to bring home the runs, which it just illustrates how timely challenges, how important they can be over the course of the season. That was an inning that ends. Instead, it goes on and you score 2 more runs. I mean,
did you see how close it was?
It was very close.
It was.
They said it was very close.
Look, 0.1. Look at the. You see the picture of it?
I have not.
Yes, it was as close as you could possibly get.
I mean, by a hair. By a hair.
But when I think that's part of the strategic equation, when it's 2 outs and there's runners in scoring position, that's the time to gamble a little bit on a really close one, because the potential benefits are what we saw. Another opportunity to drive in runs. You don't have to put a whole nother rally together. You've already got the guys out there. And if you can buy yourself another swing, that's where I think the ABS, challenges are going to be most impactful, of course, during the regular season.
Yeah, no doubt. It totally worked in our favor yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. AJ Preller, again, I'm sure his phone is ringing off the hook right now.
We'll talk more Padres baseball in our 7 o'clock hour later. ESPN ranking the top lineups in baseball, where the Padres came in on that one. When we come back, though, Tyler Heaps, sporting director from SDFC, off to a 1-0 start in MLS play, and another game coming up this weekend at Snapdragon Stadium. That is all ahead with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. On San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. to Ben and Woods, a 97.3 Fan, Thursday morning. And we will talk about San Diego State's late night win over Utah State. A season saver? Man, I don't know, but certainly a nice turnaround for the basketball team. We'll get to that coming up. But in this segment, we're going to talk a little soccer. SDFC off to another good start, fresh off their 5-0 win in their opener against CF Montreal over the weekend, and then St. Louis coming to town for game number 2 of the MLS season this weekend. And we're joined right now by the sporting director at San Diego FC, Tyler Heaps. Tyler, welcome back to Ben and Woods. Congratulations on the new contract extension. We congratulated AJ Preller yesterday. Now we get to congratulate you on a contract extension.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me again, and looking forward to being on now for the next couple of years.
It's all, we're just waiting for somebody to congratulate us on our contract extension that has not been offered yet. So it's, listen, any tips or word? I mean, everyone's getting extended right now.
Did you negotiate with Manny directly, or how does that work? Yeah.
I wish I was negotiating with Manny. Our owner, Mr. Mansour, is a little harder to negotiate with.
I bet. Well, we got the chance to catch up with Manny yesterday, talking about the passion and fervor for SDFC. I know he's got it in spades, man. Loves that team. I think everybody does. You guys have made a lot of right decisions so far, and get off to a really, really good start. What are we expecting this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. They've got a new coach. There's a lot of new coaches in this league this year. I think 9 teams replaced their coach across the 30. And so we're expecting them to play quite a bit different than they did last year. Last year, they were our home opener. They sat in and we had a lot of the ball. This year, we expect them to come out and play a little bit more like Montreal did or tried to do. So our intention is the same, is to hopefully be able to play through them and score some goals and keep these fans excited. But it was a fantastic night on Saturday. Great to get the fans back in there. Great to have that place rocking, and hopefully we can repay them again on Sunday.
Tyler, you tell me. The results were obviously fantastic. And Mikey had talked last week about having to adjust, as you said, tactics change against you guys as tape has gotten out from last season. But did you guys have to adjust much in that game, or was that more of the same that we saw from the first year, in your opinion?
I think we're working on details now. This is the glory about being in year 2, is that year 1, we were doing a lot of the basics and making sure that we had the basics down, and we can't forget about that. But now it's about really going into detail. So I think we've got 4 or 5 set piece goals already in the Pumas home game, and then as well as the home game against Montreal. And so that's something that we've really tried to work on, and we think we can hurt teams in different ways. And if we can start to get good in that area, then all of a sudden it opens up the rest of the game again. So really, it's great just to have these guys back. The training sessions have been fantastic. Everybody's kind of committed to what we're trying to do. And now if we can get those details down, we think we can really hurt teams.
Tyler, this city for the last, how long has AJ been here?
10 years to 11 now.
For the last 10 years, this lore has been built about AJ Preller and his staff and their willingness to go to the ends of the earth to find players. And it's time to start building the Tyler Heaps lore. You're extended here. You had to build a team from scratch last year. You added some pieces. You've lost a couple of names, last year that were huge names, and seemingly the team didn't miss a beat. For you, man, it's such a global game, and I guess baseball is too now, but keeping your eyes, your ears around the world every day. What is that?
Every continent.
What does that entail? Because you can find a soccer player anywhere.
Yeah. And I think AJ would probably say the same thing. We're fortunate we have really good scouts, and these scouts watch games, and they watch games at every time of the day, and they watch games all over the world. And this league, MLS, is the most diverse league in the world. And so that's the other thing too, is that a lot of people want to come to this league, and a lot of people now, having seen what we did last year, having seen the facilities and the fans, they want to come to San Diego. And so it's just, again, I'll refer back to, probably Mikey says it quite often, it's about finding the right players. I think we are starting to build something here where people really see the foundations in place. People really see what we're trying to do. And we need to find those right pieces to come in and make us better. And so that includes a good balance of the squad. We've got a lot of really good young players that are a year older now, and we have high expectations for them. And we've got a lot of key veterans with Godoy and with Amal and with some of these guys that are still showing that they've got years left. And so I think we have a really good balance in the team right now. The transfer window still is open, and we're still looking, and we always will look to try to improve the team. And I think that's the most exciting part for me, is how do we continue to get better?
Tyler, we were talking earlier about your analytics background, and I think Woods and I at least have a grasp on baseball analytics, maybe not the nuances, but what they are, spin rates, exit velocities, bat speed, the stuff that they track and measure in baseball. But in soccer, like, what are some of those specifics when you're looking at analytics that separate one player from another?
Yeah, baseball's, I think, a little fortunate. They've got WAR. They've got these one or two numbers that really tell you, is this player any good? And everything is binary. Soccer is not binary. Everything is not a ball or a strike or in play or out of play. And so we try to combine a number of different things. I also think it's why you can have an advantage or more of an advantage in soccer, the way you use it, because everybody's quote unquote WAR or whatever that number isn't necessarily right or wrong. We play quite a bit of a different style than some other teams in the league. And so we probably look at different things. We're looking at how often people play through the lines, how often you can remove opponents from your passes, how often you can have final line breaks and play in behind the line. And so we're looking and trying to combine a number of different things. And again, it's probably where soccer starts to become really complex, is that there's not a lot of goals scored. And so you need to look at everything else in between. Of course, if you find a guy that's scoring at an extreme rate, that's something that you're always going to look at and trying to flag and make sure that person would come in and fit. But it's a number of things. And then it's all the physical metrics too. It's about trying to find the guys that can be difference makers, find the guys that are quick going 1v1 and so forth. And so it's a very complex thing. I can't just say there's one number or not, but it's also why I think there is so much advantage that can still come from this area in this game.
Talking to our pal Tyler Heaps, San Diego FC sporting director here on Ben and Woods this morning. No, we were talking about this before the show, or before you jumped on, and we said, how do we get one of those soccer seats, like on the sidelines? Why do they sit in those really nice seats, and why doesn't every sport sit in those really cool
basketball players, baseball? Put them in the dugout. They look like first-class airline
basketball
seats.
just has the fold-up chairs.
Yeah, they have these little tiny
baseball
fold-up
has a
chairs.
wood bench
Like
that we've had
7-foot
for
guys.
150 years.
And soccer players who aren't generally that tall, they get these big, giant,
luxurious thrones.
Yeah,
That's what they are.
Football players get
holders and,
nothing.
do those things have like massagers built in? Do they heat up?
How much does one of those run, by the way?
I think we call them little race cars.
Little race cars.
And honestly, it's amazing. They got like all the candy you can imagine in
Really?
them too. So one of them's always missing a peanut M&Ms, because right when I get to the stadium, I always go and steal a peanut M&Ms from one of them. So I apologize for whoever's that was. But we should for sure get you guys in one, and I'm going to make that now my task to make sure that you guys are in one for one of these games, because it's a pretty unbelievable concept. And again, everybody wants to sit courtside. Everybody wants their feet on the grass. That's what everybody's starting to say now. And I think it was a pretty clever way that our club was able to do that, because normally Snapdragon, you're quite a bit up, a ways up if you're going to sit even in row one.
Yeah.
And so we were able to build these concepts that we got custom made, and now we wheel them in and out of every single game. It's actually where the players sit too. And so if you're that one seat that's right, you could pretty much be sitting right next to a player. But it's to, again, enhance the atmosphere. It's to enhance everything that we're trying to do. And those people there are pretty fortunate, but leave it with me. I'm going to make it my task to ensure that you guys are in one of those, and I'll just come over and grab a peanut M&Ms from you.
If I was a player,
they don't have candy for the players in their chairs, right? That's just for the fans, I assume.
But if I was a player and I was just in one of those seats, and they're like, "Woodsy, you're in." I mean, you'd have to wake me up.
Even Mikey gets one of those seats. I'd almost be embarrassed, like I'm sitting down there and I'm in this giant sideline throne.
Hey, listen, I flew first class last year to England. And I was like, a soccer seat is better than this. Like this, whatever you call those thrones, it's incredible.
Race cars, yeah.
We're gonna need to see what these look like. I need it now.
I want one in studio.
I want to be sitting in one right now.
Just lording over.
Okay, well, we can put that into our contract negotiations.
Yes.
We want those chairs to do our show from.
I love it. It's
every single morning.
Incredible.
I got to ask you, Tyler, is there any update on the situation with Chucky Lozano? And obviously, he's still part of the team, but not working with the team. Any movement there?
Yeah, I wish I could give you an update. I can't wait until I can give one.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're still in this phase where we haven't been able to find a solution for him, and we do need 3 parties to come to the table. And in every single situation, we've only had 2 there, and so trying to continue to work with him to figure out what that next step is. And but what I can say, and I think Yeppe said this on air the other day, is that it has not been a distraction. He is training separate. He is in the afternoons at the moment, and it's a huge credit to the players and the staff that they've been able to manage this. I know it's not easy, and I take some guilt in this because I do want to find a solution for all parties. But the players have responded really well. And the fact that we have started this season the way we have, and we've got 9 goals from 9 different goal scorers, and long may that continue, because if we can start to spread that wealth around, I think we can be a really dangerous team. And we're fortunate that we've got a really good people and a really strong culture that this hasn't impacted.
And let me ask you about the 9th goal of those 9. The 5th goal against Montreal by the new kid, Zamblé, right? That you just had signed him out of Right to Dream a couple days before. I didn't think I was expecting to see him in the match, but he gets in late in the 80th minute and then immediately scores. What was that moment like? I mean, you've brought in a lot of young guys, obviously, to the team, but that one seemed pretty special. Just tell me a little bit about that story of the week last week for Brian.
Yeah, these are the ones that give you goosebumps. You couldn't write anything better than that. I remember my last day in the job at Monaco, my first day in the job at Right to Dream was actually Monaco's second team played Right to Dream's International Academy. And I remember Brian from that game as a wee 16-year-old at that time. And so I've been able to fortunately follow his journey for that. Now his journey started at 11 years old. So I had a lot of messages after the game because people are just so proud of what this organization does for human beings. And I sent a lot of thank yous back. I sent thank yous to these teachers and to these coaches that have coached him since 11 years old and grown him into a man. And I'm fortunate I get to stand in this seat and I get to give these kids the final opportunity, or the opportunity that they're all dreaming of, and that's to make their first team debut. And what a way to take it, man. He takes that ball down and sits the defender down and puts it in. And of course the 7, 8, 9 celebrations that he did, but can you blame the kid? He's 18 years old. He put on a jersey for the first time with his name on the back, and he got to do that in front of some of the best fans in the world. And so, again, it's those moments are special. It's why I'm in this job. It's why I'm in this organization. Whenever Right to Dream came and I figured out what they're doing and what they're trying to offer some of these underprivileged, and it's just truly a special story. And again, we're fortunate that we have unbelievable owners that allow this to happen. Really amazing. Tyler, really appreciate your time. Oh, just one more thing. I don't even know it's your department, but we were talking about it last week. The person who's in charge of the pyrotechnics when a goal goes in. Good God. How do they do that so fast and make sure? I mean, it's like the fireworks have gone off before the ball hits the back of the net. It's incredible, man. Is there a sensor? Is there a laser or something? Best in the game. To be honest, I don't even know, but it is really impressive because every single time the ball just crosses the goal line, I mean, you could not even watch the game and whenever we score because it goes up so quickly. But I'm going to find that out too because I don't do that enough, and that person deserves a little bonus for sure. Absolutely. Tyler, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good luck against St. Louis this weekend, and of course, go SDFC. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to get you down on that pitch too, so get your race car hats ready. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, those M&M's ready, buddy. Absolutely, yes. And Sunday, they're giving away 25,000 jerseys to fans on San Diego Sports Night for the game against St. Louis City. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, you can still get tickets and head on down to support the newest and hottest team right now in San Diego, SDFC. Man, I was just texting Darren. I go, the Heaps is a stud too. I go, the whole organization is just a bunch of G's. And he goes, yeah, dude, they got it figured out right now, man. That's great. That's great. I've seen some of those fans because they have their boxes are literally on the grass. Yeah, that's cool. It's down like there. I hadn't seen those seats. I hadn't seen those race car seats that he was talking about. We were just talking about where Mikey sits. Yeah. And, I mean, it's so much nicer than where the players get to sit, but the fans, they seem to have upgraded that experience even more. Love it. Feet on the grass. Yeah, feet on the grass is insane. Love it. All right. Peanut M&Ms too. Just right there for us. All right. You know what? Don't Do This is coming up next. How about a do this message about kindness? I think that's always a good message to have. Sure. We can get to that. I'm sure we'll have a couple of Don't Do This stories as well. Take a quick time out and then more Ben and Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, tell you about my new friends at Trajan Wealth. I have so much more peace of mind now that I've discussed things with my financial advisor. Kind of like sports. The best feeling in sports isn't just winning, it's knowing you were prepared. That same feeling matters in retirement. That's why Trajan Wealth helps people plan with purpose. TRAJAN Wealth.com.
Their fiduciary advisors take the time to listen, educate, and build a wealth management plan that reflects your values, not someone else's idea of retirement. They're independent, local, and focused on long-term relationships with offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. Trajan Wealth works with people who want peace of mind, not financial guesswork. If that sounds like what you're looking for, just start today. Call 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207 or visit trajanwealth.com. That's trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, thanks again to Tyler Heaps, sporting director from San Diego FC, joining us in our last segment. All guests brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Did I add an extra C in there?
I thought you omitted
SDCCU. SDCCCU. SDCCU. All right, don't do this.
Good job, Woodsy.
Don't do this. Brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right. While we were at spring training, didn't really have a chance to kind of go through some of the details, but the NBA's tanking crisis just continues to escalate. Earlier this month, the Utah Jazz were fined $500,000 for tanking. They were pretty obvious. Big lead in the fourth quarter, pull all of their good players who had played in the first three quarters and then blew a lead in one of their games. They also fined the Indiana Pacers $100,000.
Hold on real quick. So you got a big lead and you pull your starters and they call that tanking?
Yeah, when you lose the game and you don't put them back in.
They lost the game. Okay, you said they blew a big lead, but you didn't say they lost the game.
And they lost, yes.
But who's throwing a game?
The teams that want the top draft pick. They're all the teams that are so far out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
They're just tanking to get a better draft pick.
I thought you were for some reason I thought you were talking like load management.
No.
I'm like, no, they can do what they want.
This is at post trade deadline. We're trying to lose games.
Stop the fight. Let's call it. Okay.
The Pacers have been, rumored to be doing the same thing with all their injuries this year. They knew they weren't going to have a great season, and they are not having a good season, well below 500. But they got fined $100,000 specifically for not playing Aaron Nesmith in a game recently. But the NBA went in and sent in their own doctors and said he should have been able to play, and they fined him $100,000. Now, Coach Rick Carlisle responded this week and said on a radio interview that he said it was ridiculous. He said, we asked the NBA if they wanted to talk to our doctors. We documented the injury. He got hurt the night before. His hand was hurt the night before. He couldn't hold a ball. They said, no, they didn't need to. They talked to their doctors who didn't examine Aaron Nesmith. We asked them if they wanted to talk to Nesmith. They said no. They said, this was shocking to me. During the interview, they also asked if we considered medicating him to play in a game when we were 30 games under 500 just to get him out there. And he goes, we're not going to do that, for a guy. You can call it tanking. We're just being smart with our injured players. Yet the NBA seems to think something funny was going on, and they fined the Pacers $100,000.
Obviously, if something fishy is going on, that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
But if the guy's just hurt, you can't force him to play.
But it's so hard to. What is hurt? What is injured? It's always, in the eye of the beholder. Essentially, if a guy says, I'm hurt and I can't play, who are you? Even a doctor to say, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Well, you have to play for the sanctity of the league, whether you're hurt or not. And again, we're not in it. We're 30 games below 500. Yeah, I'm gonna play the way I need to. I guess I can't understand why everyone tanking for a draft pick is not ideal.
They're talking about some extreme ideas to try to stop tanking, like the draft order gets set at the trade deadline in the middle of the season.
Ooh, man.
Or, you can't get a top draft pick 2 years in a row, or all kinds of different things and ideas that they are trying to figure out.
Because, Benny, we all know this, man. In the NBA, one guy can change the entire course of a franchise, right? Like if it's the next big guy coming out at the top and you're like, bro, we need to lose these games so we can get Wemby or somebody like that, it can change the direction of a franchise.
So SoCal Yeti in our chat says all leagues just need to adopt the PWHL Gold Plan. This is the Professional Women's Hockey League. Here's what they do. So after you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, the team who gets the first draft pick is the one that plays the best after that.
Oh, I like that.
Who accumulates the most points in the standings after they're mathematically eliminated.
They're busting their ass to get that pick.
So if you're really bad and you get mathematically eliminated early, obviously you have more games in which to do it. So you've got a chance to do that. But, it's an incentive for you to keep playing as well as possible.
Playing hard.
Because you need to play well at the end of the season in order to secure that first draft pick at the end of the year.
That's decent. That's a decent idea, man. Some creative people out there. We'll kind of stay NBA adjacent here. You may remember we reported this story on don't do this. John Tay Porter, he was banned for life by the NBA for gambling in 2024. Now, he's currently awaiting sentencing. He pled guilty on a related federal charge. Well, he's got a new gig, and he's going to go play in the, quote, upstart pro basketball league. It's called the USBL, the United States Basketball League. They're scheduled to begin their season on March 7th. Listen, he is facing right now 20 years in prison, potentially. He's supposed to get between 3 and 4 when he's sentenced. And in the meantime, Ben, he's going to go. Their first big signing was a soon-to-be convicted gambler, John Tay Porter. Is that the best move for the upstart basketball league, the USBL?
This is the splash you want to make.
The Seattle Superhawks said, yeah, we'll take him. Love to have him.
I mean, I could see 40 years ago where if there was an upstart baseball league, hey, let's sign Pete Rose,
Yes.
This is John Tay Porter, though. This is not, a Hall of Famer by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, that's a weird signing. Yeah.
He's going to get some work in, and then he's going to go off to federal penitentiary for 3 to 4 years, and then that's it. They after the investigation, they found out that he won $22,000. So again, an NBA career kind of flushed down the drain for $22,000, and you got to go to prison. Not great. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, in my opinion. I guess that's just what they found, but not
Didn't
ideal.
need to find more than that.
That's
at
right.
That point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, banned for life is banned for life.
That's right.
All right, finally, do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
This story actually took place in Peoria, Arizona on Tuesday. We were there, or we were at least close to there. I was actually, I was in the stadium when this took place. I was shooting a stand-up while the Mariners were playing against the Chicago White Sox. Padres were playing a road game. I think you guys were back at the Airbnb.
Probably.
But I was in there. I did not see this happening. But umpiring that game, you remember last year she made her major league debut, Jen Powell, who became the first female umpire and then the first to work behind home plate. Well, apparently Josh Naylor didn't know that, wasn't aware of that, and saw her as he approached home plate for his first at-bat and did a big shake your hand, greet her, oh, hey, it's so cool that you're here. And everyone kind of noted that and talked to Josh Naylor oh, did you not know she was here last year? And he says, well, not really, but I do that for everybody, every umpire, everyone I greet when I see them to start a new season. It's hey, it's welcome back. It's good to see you. How you're doing? And his explanation was very, very simple. He said, kindness is easy and it's free.
Yeah.
He says, I feel that way about all the umpires, all the people who are there. Just treat them with just kindness in every aspect of what I do.
What a sweet angel. Very nice of him.
Such a fun kind of guy to root for as well.
Kindness is free.
Kind of wish we had him back on the Padres.
He would be a good fit here. Really good fit here. What did we get for him?
Ooh.
Was he we went to the Guardians, I believe. Was that the Austin Hedges, Josh Naylor?
That was August 2020, part of a 9-player deal. That
Clevenger?
That was Clevenger. So Naylor, Quantrill, Hedges, and 3 prospects for Clevenger, Greg Allen, and I don't remember who the player to be named later.
I go back
Gabriel
on that
Arias, Joey Cantillo, and Owen Miller were the prospects.
Yeah.
Matt Waldron was the other
that's right.
That's right. Matt Waldron.
It was Matt
But
Waldron.
Cantillo's starting to emerge with a good career. Naylor's obviously been great.
Owen Miller, he plays, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's still there. Hedges keeps getting extended.
And Clevenger just got hurt.
I just don't know that there was really a spot for Naylor at the time.
No,
but he's I'm happy with he's really grown up into a damn good ball player.
A really good ball player. And it's hard because, who was our first baseman then? Eric Hosmer. So he was blocked. He was blocked by Eric Hosmer. If we could have sat patiently for maybe one more year, just DH'd him, boom, get out of here. Beat it. Got Josh Naylor here. That's probably one AJ would like to do. Yeah, it's all right.
You'd like to have back. But good for Josh Naylor for giving the example of kindness.
Yeah.
Those Canadians.
That's true. He's a nice dude.
Nice Canadians. And that's don't and do this for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back to our SDCCU or our Bill House studios, we know how Woodsy says we got to line up for a spring training game.
Yes, we do.
We do need to talk about the Aztecs win last night.
Sure.
They played well.
Very
They
well.
absolutely played well. If you didn't stay up for it, you missed one of their better games, if not maybe their best game of the season. Doesn't mean anything, though, at this point. We'll talk about it coming up next. Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh! Oh! That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Padres will be headed to Little Ohio today. That's the complex in Goodyear, Arizona, home of both the Guardians and the Reds. They'll be taking on the Cincinnati Reds. 12:05 today. So who are they taking on the trip with them, Woods?
You mean the lineup?
The lineup, yes.
All right. Bryce Johnson, left field. Fernando Tatis Jr. Bryce Johnson, by the way, some nice swings so far in spring. I like that kid. Beach. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but saw him a bunch. Always grinding out there.
He was working the whole time.
Literally. Every time I saw that guy, he was just grinding. It was awesome. He's trying to make a baseball club. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Back-to-back games.
Yep.
Before he leaves for the WBC.
In right field. Manny Machado will be at third base. Back-to-back games. Gavin Sheets, back-to-back games. Designated hitter Ty France. Sungmoon Song. Taylor in center field. Taylor in center, as you guys know. Bill Taylor.
I could almost, guarantee you it's not Bill Taylor. That
Braxton
doesn't sound
Taylor.
Right. Samad Taylor.
He's
had a couple hits, I think.
All right. Center field. Shortstop, Dungan.
Clay Dungan, I want to say.
I believe that's right. Catching today, Nick Pivetta. Catching Nick Pivetta will be Duran.
Rodolfo Duran.
Duran. Behind the dish.
Hungry like the wolf.
That's right. So there you go.
All right.
Hey,
so,
listen, I'm a beach
Some
fan.
regulars in the top of the order, some irregulars at the bottom of the order. That's a fairly standard road tactic in the spring.
You think he makes this team? I think he has to. Bryce Johnson? He's walking around.
It's between him or Ty France right now.
Yeah,
if there's no injuries. And my guess is Bryce Johnson is just more versatile and useful right now than Ty
makes
France.
it. We assume Castellanos makes it. We assume there will be a backup catcher.
Yes.
So we need that fourth spot. Who is it?
I think Bryce has the advantage over Ty France.
Had a good year last year. Had a good year. Like a really, really good year. Can pick it in the outfield. It's great.
To me, the biggest difference, and it's just the pinch running ability. I know people go, oh, but Ty France, Gold Glove, you could put his defense in at first base. Bryce Johnson, you can put him in the outfield, but you can pinch run him. In a key situation,
100%.
in extra innings. You get the Manfred man out on second. It's some slow guy. You go,
no question.
Bryce, you're out there. We need you to score and win the game for us. He's got some speed.
What is? Do we know anything about like Song's speed?
I think he's
decent.
He's fast.
I think he's got some
pretty
speed.
Decent because you start if he doesn't have great legs or whatever, then you need BJ. Like you have to have him on there.
Just kind of
he does look
walking
fast.
past him a couple of times.
Yeah.
He hasn't really gotten on base much to run around.
Campy and Castellanos aren't coming off the bench to run for you. So you got to think about that.
As Tyler says in the chat, I think France only makes it if Song starts in the minors. And I think AC wrote a piece about Sungmoon Song. Somebody did about how he's gearing up for velo. So gets in the cage.
Just like Ha-Sung Kim did 4 years ago.
Tracks the 100-mile-an-hour,
5 years ago.
Tracks it, just kind of stares it down. You can't even wrap your head around how hard the pitches are coming out of the machine the other day when I was watching. I go, these guys are squaring these up, man. I wouldn't even foul one of these off. It's crazy.
And those machines, they get them. They can sliders and they can get them to move.
It's so good, man.
I don't know how they do that.
It's so good.
Amazing technology. All right, let's check traffic, and then we'll jump into a little college basketball with the Aztecs. Big win last night over Utah State. That's coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Also, some trouble on the coastline. Southbound 5 before Tamarack. Got a collision blocking the 2 left lanes. Looks like just a couple vehicles involved in that. Also, Kenwood Drive on-ramp to westbound 94 collision. Further west in the 94, just before 25th Street, a collision over to the right shoulder. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was a little pride I saw last night at Viejas Arena from the San Diego State Aztecs.
Couldn't agree more.
Team that got punched in the face a couple of times last week may have cost themselves a chance in an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament, but responded as we thought they would do earlier, but finally did with one of, if not the finest performance of the season last night, an 89-72 win over Utah State. I doubt either of you were able to stay up for the end. It didn't even start until 8:15.
Nope.
Didn't end until close to 10:30. But after a little bit of a slow start, it was really all San Diego State. A couple of interesting changes to the starting lineup. Dutcher put Magoon Guath and LZ Harrington back into the starting lineup, which surprised me given how poorly they performed in the previous game. I think Magoon had 5 minutes and 1 point, and LZ didn't score, as they're both trying to come back from, stints, missing several weeks with injuries. But he put both of those guys back in to mimic the starting lineup they had for their kind of the longest stretch of the season after LZ was inserted a few games into the starting lineup, and got BJ Davis back coming in off the bench in that sixth man role, and it seemed to make a real difference. Of course, the thing that made the biggest difference was Reese Dixon Waters was red hot.
Outstanding.
With 15 first half points, made a couple of threes. Looked like they were kind of getting off to here we go again. San Diego State can't make a three, and Utah State can't miss a three.
It was really playing out like I talked about on the air yesterday about, it's been an unlucky season, right? And when we have seen bursts of classic vintage SDSU defense, right? But sometimes early in games, these teams are like, we're going to go into VA House, we're going to chuck threes, and they're going to fall because they've been falling all year long. And that's exactly how the game started last night. And you're going, oh no, here we go again. But conversely, Reese Dixon Waters is like, I'm going to shoot those too. Finds his spot in the corner and just starts dropping 3-pointers. And he was outstanding. Took the game. Tay Simmons too. I thought the energy was incredible from him as well. But they played their ass off last night. They really did.
But Dixon Waters didn't have to do it by himself because they had, I think, 3 other guys in double figures. You mentioned Tay Simmons was great. Farrell Compton, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Taj DeGurville, 12 points, 8 assists.
Yep.
He had a really good game, maybe his best of the season. And then Magoon, 9 points and 9 rebounds. Tay Simmons, as a freshman, seems to be turning into a man out there. I mean, does not look like a freshman anymore. I'll say that.
That dunk he threw down, oh my God.
He plays strong under the hoop, which is huge.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And,
it was an awesome win. Handled business. No, didn't really sweat it much at all.
No, and
that's been uncharacteristic right now.
I think they were favored to win by 1.5 because they were on their home court. But it's quad 1 win, and by winning by 17 should help them metrically. I know they only went up 1 in the Ken Palm. I've been refreshing the net rankings. They have not been updated yet. They will be at some point this morning. They were number 43. You really want to get into the 30s to get it, a chance at an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament. So we'll see if they move up with that big win, but it is their second quad 1 win. They're now 7-7 in quad 1 and quad 2 games combined. Still have that bad loss to Troy, that their only quad 3 loss that's kind of hanging over their heads, but a step in the right direction for San Diego State. I thought the stat of the night,
this is great,
which I did not know. I knew that the Aztecs were always good at bouncing back from losses. And that's why I was so surprised when they, got bombed for a second time in a row when they lost last week. I'm going, that's so unlike a Brian Dutcher coach team. You know that they have not lost 3 games in a row in 8 years. January 2018. It was Dutch's first season. It was the last time the Aztecs lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Now, you don't
usually lose 2 in a row.
Right. So you never have the chance to lose 3. But this time they had lost 2 in a row, and they were facing one of the best teams, in the conference that they've played in a long time. Even though it was at home, they were very much in danger of losing 3. They didn't do it. The only team in the country that has a longer streak of not losing 3 in a row, fairly obvious, is Gonzaga. Playing in that WCC, you just don't lose 3 in a row if you're Gonzaga. But that'll be a lot tougher for them next year when they come to the Pac-12 with, tougher opponents like San Diego State, constantly having to play them instead of, the opponents that they usually get. So, yes, it's one step. Does it change anything at this point? Probably not. They probably still need to win the Mountain West tournament to get to the NCAA tournament. However, they have certainly taken control of their own destiny in the Mountain West. They're tied with Utah State they split their 2 games, but the next tiebreaker is your record against the second place team. New Mexico is the second place team. They already won at home. This Saturday, they play at New Mexico. So if they win that game, not only will they be guaranteed to at least be tied for first place,
have a share.
and Utah State has to play Grand Canyon in their next game, so that's not a guaranteed win, but they'll also have that second place tiebreaker as well for the conference title and the first seed in the Mountain West tournament. So, yes, trending finally in the right direction for San Diego State basketball. What we've been waiting to see for a long time, finally saw it. And they did it without a huge game from either Miles Bird or BJ Davis, which is a really good sign. You know, if either of those guys or both of those guys get hot again, along with Reese Dixon Waters and Magoon Guath, now you're, again, like we talked about earlier in the week, that still could be a team that not only gets to the NCAA tournament, but could do some damage there. We just haven't really seen them clicking on all cylinders really at any point all season long.
Last night was close.
That was as close as we've gotten.
As close as it gets.
Not everyone can obviously score 20 every game.
Right.
There's only so many shots to go around, and they did a nice job distributing them. But they have other options as well. Always tough to go to New Mexico. The Pit, playing at 11 a.m. on Saturday, our time, on CBS, big network television. Again, if you're going to at all sway some voters, this is your big chance.
Yep.
Everyone watching, middle of the day, East Coast, network television,
Big one.
on the road, be another quad 1 game. You get back-to-back quad 1 wins. I don't know that you forget what happened last week with the 2 losses, but you kind of diminish the impact of it a little bit, at least. And you leave everybody with some good thoughts going into the end of the season. And if you do maybe get to the finals of the Mountain West tournament and you lose a hard-fought game to like a New Mexico or a Utah State, maybe you sneak in still to the NCAA tournament, but you lose another one, obviously. I don't think that's a possibility. But right now, let's give the Aztecs their credit for what they did last night.
Got to shout out the show, too, for sure. Because,
they were rocking last night.
Paulie, so I had the game on the big television, but my missus is next to me asleep. And it was loud, it was so loud that I go, all right, I'm going to have to use my Cox Contour app now. So I just logged into Cox Contour and I put on, I had to watch it in my headphones because she's laying there. She's starting to stir because the game was so loud. And the crowd was so loud and they were screaming. They were absolutely wearing out Carson Templin last night, who was kind of a putz. I mean, he was doing kind of janky, chippy things, and boy, they got him early, got in his dome, missed some free throws. They were actually yelling F Carson or F Templin, which I enjoyed. I know it was a little much for you, Benjamin, but I thought they brought it last night, and it was evident that they fed off of that.
I loved it at the end though when he was. It was all said and done, and they started pulling out the players. They were yelling at the coach, "Put him back in!
Yeah, put him back in!
Put him back in!" They wanted to harass him for the last couple of minutes of the game.
They crushed it last night.
Yeah, show showed up last night. Congratulations also to the SDSU women who won again, 17-1, outright Mountain West champions, won at Boise yesterday. That was the second place team, so they have just dominated that conference. Don't have the net update for you on the Aztecs, but here's what the Bubble Watch on ESPN says this morning. Just when the Aztecs seem to be sliding out of the bubble picture with consecutive losses to Grand Canyon and Colorado State, they responded by taking down conference leader Utah State by 17 on Wednesday night. The victory provided a major boost for their consensus at-large chances, which rose from 27% to 49%.
Just when you thought you were out, Paulie, they pull you back in.
Back to a flip of the coin now,
boy.
according to ESPN and the metrics that they use to determine who they think is going to get at-large bids to the NCAA tournament. Interesting.
And if that doesn't happen, what did yesterday's win do for their prospects of getting the 1 seed in the tournament?
They control their own destiny.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask
if
for.
they keep winning, they will be the 1 seed.
Love it.
Which is a slight advantage. I mean, not a huge one in the NCAA, in the Mountain West tournament, because all the top 4 teams are about throw them in a hat. You're going to still play a tough semifinal game, but
but you could start to look at the bracket and maybe somebody else can.
You get better time slots usually.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play Grand Canyon? I don't.
If the 1 seed usually gets like the late games and more recovery time. Sometimes you have to get a quicker turnaround for the final, and you get the early game. I think for the semifinals, you have more time to get ready for the final, which is in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Three
so
games in 3 days
one
is a lot.
That's one advantage you get. And by the way, all the talk about how their 11-man rotation and the depth may have hurt them a little bit at points. 3 games in 3 days, that can be a huge advantage when you've got guys, no one's playing more than 20, 21 minutes in any of those games, and you got other teams that are playing a 6-man rotation and are dying at the 3rd day, and San Diego State's just going like, no, we got plenty of horses to keep throwing at you for those conference tournament games. So.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you.
You're waiting on me.
Yes.
What are you waiting on me for?
To start bloviating about something else.
Really?
Yes.
It's a little late in the hour to start bloviating.
All right, let's just sit in silence for a minute.
For a minute?
20.
Oh, yeah, you can tell, man. We're a little road weary. I know I am. That drive, I didn't even drive half of it. Paulie drove most of it. Kicked my teeth in yesterday. I was beat. But thank you to Paul for handling
I'm
that.
glad he got you home safely.
What'd you do on the drive home?
Ooh,
let's see. You listened to some of the game?
No, I did listen to some of the game.
Yep.
And then I turned on, it's funny because I turned on my Spotify and I didn't know what was going to pop on.
Dire Straits.
Horse with No Name again.
You're
It was the first song that came on, the one that I was singing on the way out without
didn't even
the help
play
of
it.
Spotify. I
Yeah.
didn't play it. And it was like the first song that came on.
Read your mind.
When I read my mind.
Well,
I was it hearing me talk about the
What
song?
did your
Was it hearing
shuffle
me
have like a
singing?
1 in 6
It's-
chance?
Yeah, 1 in 6 chance of that.
Dire Straits.
Brandy, You're a Fine Girl.
Brandy.
Sailing by Christopher Cross. Some
Michael
Hall & Oates song.
McDonald.
What's your favorite Hall & Oates song?
Rich
Kisses
Girl.
on my list.
Rich Girl.
Not a bad one.
He doesn't like this is his bitch in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. He doesn't.
I thought he might think it's like cool and edgy.
Yeah. You're a bitch
Ooh, they
girl.
say a bad word.
Yeah, that's true. What's your favorite?
Kills
Kisses on my list.
Yeah.
No Sarah Smile.
No.
Oh, all right. Why not?
That's too slow.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I can't
Kokomo.
go for
Kokomo.
that.
Yeah.
No,
That's a good
no
one.
Can do. I
Kokomo
can't
would
go
be
for
on
that.
there. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about that poll that we saw this morning.
Top lineups in baseball. We got
That one. No.
the other one.
The other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that next year on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a Thursday. Ben and Woods back in studio, back from Peoria, Arizona. What a incredible whirlwind trip it was. Great to be back in this chair, though. Love being back in the studio. Love being back in San Diego. Love seeing the family. And, yeah, I'll be out tomorrow, but you guys will have the fort held down. Darren Smith's going to come hang out for a bit, which is awesome. Be plenty to talk about, I'm sure. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
1 month from today, opening day.
Buddy.
4 weeks from today, opening day. Thursday, March 26th.
Tequila shots.
Yeah. Assuming we're in an establishment that has tequila, I can be convinced.
We have not gotten our
official word,
our marching orders yet.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that it would, bless you. You okay?
A little sneezy.
Sneezy. I'm dopey. That's sneezy. You're sleepy.
Sleepy for sure. He has a little post-travel sniffles.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get on a plane tomorrow and Sunday.
Benny, you and I should just start planning Monday and Tuesday's shows soon.
It's me. I'm dead.
Sounds like you might be out too, the way things
Yes.
are.
Benny, you should start planning Monday's show.
Hey,
you and
it's
Adam.
just me and you.
Hey,
His
big
favorite.
guy, you want to have Doug Gottlieb on?
Dopey,
Sneezy,
sneezy,
sleepy, bashful,
Dopey.
We said dopey.
Doc. He's the one that doesn't have a characteristic. But who are we missing?
How many are there? 7?
7, yes. There's 7 dwarves.
7 dwarves.
Dopey, bashful, sleepy, sneezy, Doc. I used to be able to do this in my sleep.
Nobody is surprised by that.
Happy, Doc.
Happy.
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Bashful,
Happy and grumpy.
sleepy, and
I'll be
sneezy.
grumpy. Yeah. Okay. Happy, Doc, grumpy, dopey, bashful, sleepy, and sneezy.
This
Paulie
is the child-friendly content I've been looking for.
Yes. Adam as well. What was I just going to say? No, I saw this morning, and I wanted to bring it to light. It's not something we normally do, to be honest. We had kind of a show meeting about it years ago. These best of awards, right, that come out from various publications. Like we've had some fun with the Union Tribune's best of over the years.
We've won some of
We've
those.
won some of them. We've been, I guess, bribed is the word. Is that the word? Not bribed.
Encouraged.
No. Like, hey, if you guys buy these plates, you'll definitely.
Hey, you guys
Is
are
that
nominated. We've been extorted.
Yeah,
We've been extorted. That's, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Hey, those 4 awards that you're nominated for,
looking pretty
might
good.
we highly suggest, are you guys interested in buying a table for however much?
Right. They're looking pretty good if you show up.
But then when you don't, you don't win.
Give it to somebody else. And that's, it's the nature of the beast, I guess. But this one I saw this morning.
They don't do, it's not like the Oscars. Ben and Woods couldn't be here, so we will accept this award on their behalf.
Correct.
Here's a video message.
Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Sorry to all you other suckers and losers out there, but we are, in fact, your winners. And just want to say, suck it, everybody. See ya. Of course you gave it to us, right? No, but I saw this one this morning, and the voting is now open, Ben. From San Diego Magazine. Now, San Diego Magazine is a publication that I enjoy, a publication that I think is really well done. And I really am a huge fan of the guy that runs it, Troy Johnson. I think he's just a stud. He just does great content, and he just knows San Diego in and out. I have like a little man crush.
Finally got
I've
to
never met him.
Meet him over the holidays at our telethon.
Yeah.
Our month of a million meals. He was there answering the phone banks, and great guy.
Great dude.
We exchanged numbers. I said we got to have him on the show, and of course have him follow it up. But do need to have him on the show. But now maybe that would be inappropriate.
Now that would be
Look
would
like
feel
we're trying to influence
Yes.
the vote or something.
Well, if we win, then we can have him on.
Yes,
Right. If we win,
absolutely.
but we have been
Is that
nominated.
extorting him?
Yes. If you
Now,
want to come on our
If
show,
you
we
want to
need
be on our
win.
show,
We better win.
Yeah.
So we are nominated. It's I don't want to say it's convoluted. It was a little bit difficult to get to. So maybe we can just post the link. Paulie will figure out how to post. I could never, but and you could vote for Ben and Woods. Can we vote
There,
for
it's
you, Ben?
posted.
You can vote for me. Yes. If you go to Everything San Diego, and then best of San Diego vote, and then go down to people is the category, and then under sports anchors, which is the very bottom, the very last category
makes sense.
Available. I am nominated along with some other sports personalities in San Diego for best sports anchor.
Okay, who else is nominated? Because I want to know who I should place my vote for.
Well, John and Jake, John Howard, Jake Gariani from CBS 8 are both nominated.
Love those guys.
Frank Jefferson from Fox 5 is nominated. Don't think I know Frank or of a Frank, but
his work. You're not familiar with his work.
I'm not. Yeah. Mark Grant, San Diego Padres commentator, is nominated. Yeah, they have other sports anchors at Fox.
If I'm Troy Hirsch, I'm going, who the hell?
Julian Delgadio.
Right.
Yeah, Julian.
There.
Oh, did he get
no?
Just Frank. Who?
Just Frank Jefferson.
Frank Jefferson.
Don't know who he is.
Maybe
Mark
he's
Grant,
a new name on the scene.
I wouldn't consider Mark a sports anchor. I mean, he's a color analyst on baseball broadcasts. He's a great guy. I mean, he'll probably win just because I'll vote for Mud when I see his name on there.
You're not voting for yourself?
Well, I'm there at the top. Ben Higgins, sports anchor reporter. And then also Billy Ray Smith Jr., 97.3 The Fan, is also nominated for best sports anchor.
Have we been replaced?
I don't know, but they may have an issue in terms of the nomination accuracy.
I didn't know radio could be nominated.
I'll ask
for
Kimberly
sports anchor.
if I'm missing something. I haven't talked to Billy Ray in a while.
But we work here, and I think we would know if he was on staff, is my guess. I think
so.
Get Adam on the phone.
That's very interesting. We're up against Colin Cowherd.
What category is this?
This is for Radio Morning Show. It's under travel and entertainment. It's a different one altogether.
It's not under people.
Anchors.
It's under travel and entertainment.
Yeah. We're up against Colin Cowherd. We're also up against San Diego's Morning News on Kogo. We're up against Canfield from Alt 94.9. And as I turn to my left,
there he is. Hey, Canfield, how you doing, buddy?
Canfield, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Hey, we're gonna kick your ass in that poll.
You sound great. There's no one in there.
Did you buy your table yet? Canfield,
we're gonna outbid you, Canfield. There's not even a soul in that room. How can somebody win if it's not
good morning,
here?
it's Canfield in the afternoon.
No, it's in the morning.
In the morning.
I think
here's another walk the moon.
I think he's British, if I'm being honest. I think he is.
Oh, he's a real person.
Yeah, but he's not here.
I didn't even know there was a person.
Hey, good morning, it's Canfield.
This is San Diego Magazine.
It's San Diego Magazine.
Colin Cowherd is also not local here either.
Jagger and Christie.
Colin Cowherd going to drive down from LA if he wins the San Diego Best of Award.
I love Jagger and Christie so much. They're the best. They're married radio hosts, and they're just the greatest people. If you voted for them, it wouldn't bother me because I love them as people. They're great. Rock 105, our friends over there. But see, this is weird. The show is nominated, but also Rock 105.3.
Ooh, that's tough.
So now it's maybe splits. If you wanted to vote for them, you split your vote.
They're going to be mad if they finish second and third in the vote and lose to us.
How did we finish second and third? Now, again, I don't know. Like, we don't get a cash prize or anything for this. There's nothing we really get out of it except our ego stroke. That's it. And I like San Diego Magazine. So that's one that, like, for me, I would be like, oh, this is cool. I'd rip that page out and put it up in the office or something. You know, that would be cool. But just because I like the publication. So if you're inclined to vote, go vote. I'm not going to wear you out.
We're also nominated in the Radio Drive Time show category.
Oh, okay. Who else is there?
That's just three. Jeremy Pritchard from Alt 94.9.
No germs.
And 760 AM Fox Sports.
Just no show. Just
no
that.
show. Just Fox Sports is what it says.
All right.
And we're 97.3 Ben and Woods.
Okay.
So those are your nominees. Vote. Well, vote however your heart tells you to vote.
Yeah, you guys are the voice of San Diego.
Right.
We know how Manny's going to vote, obviously.
Somebody says, isn't Canfield in Dallas? There you go. So why wouldn't you win San Diego?
Say hi for us tomorrow.
I will.
Can you stop by and say hi?
Morning. Who are you again? Oh, I'm the guy that's about to kick your ass in the morning.
San Diego poll.
San Diego Canfield. No, and see, Adam says your guy Troy doesn't know San Diego if those names are actually nominated. It's like a compute. It's
got to be some sort of like
some sort
anyone who types in a nomination just gets automatically populated.
It gets, so that Hillary from 91X is nominated in
her.
Best DJ.
Best
I
DJ.
think there's a category for DJs.
Yep, that's
We're
right.
not included in that one.
No, we are not.
So go ahead and vote for Hillary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or Jeremy, who's our next door.
Jeremy too. Is he on DJs?
I think so.
Because we're up against him. We're up against him in drive time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought he was different category.
Yeah, he runs the magazine, but I don't know that he has overseen this. And if he's heard this clip, maybe he will go in and change it. A couple of things to clean up. But it happens every year. When the UT puts theirs out, you're like, who's this guy? This guy hasn't worked in a decade, and he's on there.
Right.
So, the accuracy of these, whatever generators they use to nominate, I don't know that are perfect, but I do love Troy, and I love his publication. So, but yeah, there's always some missteps along the way.
And did we share Adam's news? We do have confirmation. Baja Ricks for opening day.
It is done.
It is confirmed. We will be broadcasting live once again from the gas lamp, Baja Ricks, right there at the trolley stop in that great little spot near the convention center, only steps away from Petco Park next to the Omni Hotel. Very ideal in terms of location for anyone going to the game later that day.
It's perfect. It's a perfect location. We always love the food there. They bring that big feast out for us, and you're usually pretty buzzed by the time they bring it out.
I'm just gonna say right now, better than Red Lobster.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, that's not
quite
the
a
highest
bit better,
bar, but it's very good. We love Baja Rick. He's fantastic, and this is now like a tradition. We're there every year. Super duper easy. Plenty of room for you guys to come hang out. And I mean, honestly, man, we get started 6 a.m. and there's people having cocktails right then. 1:10 game, perfect.
I do remember a line for the Banos last time, but apparently, according to the commercials, they have some new Banos that we can check out as well.
Love it. Baja Ricks, man. Get your ass down there, and we're going to party.
1 month from today.
1 month from today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, you did the hug line that year. Remember that? You hugged for charity.
Well, it's a little like prostitution, but that's fine.
That's fine, but it's for charity. You didn't keep the money.
Just because it's for charity doesn't make it not prostitution.
That's true. This year, Ben's Glory Hole. It's going to be so much fun.
Don't like renting out my body for
even
various
for charity?
reasons.
Even for charity. Yeah. I've always wondered if you were a bachelor and you had to do one of those bachelor auctions. Hey, local celebrity bachelor auction. Here he is, Ben
You're telling me
Higgins.
you never had to do one of those?
Never had to do
once.
one. Never once. Have you ever?
No.
A, what could you fetch? How unnatural would you be walking down the ramp?
Remember
the
when
runway?
Andy McDowell buys Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. I love that scene.
Can you go one day without bringing up Andy McDowell? Can you go one day?
Absolute Andy McDowell pervert.
They're all bidding like $5 and $10. She goes, $322.17, like the entire amount of her checking account.
I would kill to know what he would fetch. I would kill to know. Like I'd kill to be there. We'd have to film it. All right, and here he comes, and out from behind the curtain you come, and you have to.
What are you expected to do on those bachelor auction dates?
I have no idea. I'd like to hear from someone that's ever had to do one or bid on someone, and I want to know if you consummated the deal. I really do.
Seems unlikely.
I think it's earlier this year than it usually is. Let's talk to Padres CEO Eric Grupner. Maybe at the dinner on the Diamond, Ben Higgins can come out on stage, and there's some high rollers there. Let's see what Ben fetches.
Would you feel weird? Is it even PC to do anymore
I don't think
in the year 2026? Can we auction people off?
I mean, why don't they, if they're trying to raise money for the Padres Foundation, you auction off a date with Fernando Tatis Jr.
100%.
And then one with Ben, and we'll see what the difference is in the two amounts.
Sign Tarek Skubal with the money you raised from that.
From Tatis, for sure. Ben Higgins gets now sold for $12. All right.
We're starting the bidding on Fernando at $300,000.
It's done. I don't know if we can do it anymore, but boy, I sure would like to see it at some point.
Has that ever actually happened, or has it only happened in movies and TV
No,
shows?
it's happened. It's happened.
That is a real thing.
I'll share a story with you off the air. So, not about me, but I'll share a story that I know with you.
Elisa says, I would sell a kidney for Tatis.
So good. All right, go to
All
break.
right, we're going to play Take on Woods. I know it's Thursday, and Paulie does have some throwback a Thursday clip for us, but because Woods is going to be off tomorrow, we're going to move Real or Fake to Friday. If you want to play Take on Woods, music, TV, or movie trivia, you can call in now, 833-288-0973. Try to qualify for the tickets to Guns N' Roses at Snapdragon Stadium later this summer, 833-288-0973. More Ben and Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Happened on the drive back yesterday. Finally get back into the mountains of San Diego, and I see that casino, and you think, oh, it must be nearing home, but you're not, because it's still so far away.
It's so far away. I think about it all the time, too. When I pass it, I go, man, people drive out here, and I get it. Like, it's more of a maybe spend a night excursion out there. And that's kind of what you have to do when you drive that far. But 7 Mile Casino, it's really, you can go in, you can spend as much time as you want. It's really close. It's just 7 minutes away.
So easy, so nice once you walk in. It's not just the convenience. It's also the fact that it's really upscale and just comfortable in there with windows that look out on San Diego Bay, comfortable chairs, TVs all throughout the establishment, friendly dealers, great staff, and of course, the great restaurant at Sammy's at 7 Mile to eat while you're at the tables.
Yeah, and don't forget, California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat. It is all there for you. Go in there, have a great time. Again, 7 Mile Casino is just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All guests on Ben and Woods brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking, it is better. We will talk with our friend Spring Training Sammy coming up in our next hour. Get an update on what's happening without us in Peoria. Everyone probably breathing a big sigh of relief that they don't have to walk by a live radio show on their way into breakfast every single day.
Yeah, Will Myers like, damn it, I was going to go on with
he's
totally
standing there looking for us going, thought was going on with those guys today.
Hosed again by Will Myers. It's okay. It's all good. Got work to do. I understand. I too am easily distracted, Will. So I get it. I sympathize.
I mean, his job is now to just pop around from like player to player, and it suits him well. I think.
Does.
He was doing a lot of that while we were there.
Yeah, he wasn't just loafing on his phone.
No,
he was out there grinding. So
bumping around. All right, we got a contestant on the line. Let's play a little rare Thursday game of Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm Security and Fire Alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Frank. Are you there?
I am.
All right, you'll be our contestant today for Take on Woods. If you can beat or tie Woods, we will put you into our weekly grand prize drawing for a pair of tickets to Guns N' Roses at Snapdragon Stadium on September 2nd. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, and you get the choice of categories. We got TV, music, or movies. For TV, we still have After Cheers of some of the other shows that Cheers actors did in their careers. We've got music, American Pie, the classic song. There are other songs referenced in that song, and I will ask questions about them. And our movies category, You're the One, 5 movies that include the word one in the title. So After Cheers for TV, American Pie for music, or You're the One for movies. Frank, what would you like to play?
Songs referenced in American Pie.
We're going to go with the music category. Yeah, everyone knows the 1971 Don McLean classic American Pie, but did you know that the lyrics to the song contain several references to other songs and artists? Today on Take on Woods, we've got 5 questions about the songs within the song American Pie. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is that 2-second song. You need to identify the song title and artist when Paulie plays you the music. Frank, you ready to play?
Ready.
Now let's do this. The category is American Pie. We put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Frank. Let's take on Woods.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
By? Correct. The line, "This'll be the day that I die" from American Pie is a reference to the song "That'll Be the Day" by which artist who died in the famous 1958 plane crash? Correct. The title of which Beatles song appears in the lyrics to American Pie? Later in the 70s, it would also be used as the title of a book and movie on the Charles Manson murders.
Helter Skelter.
Correct. Don McLean references a famous 1957 doo-wop song by the Monotones when he asks in verse 2, "Did you write what?"
Book of Love.
Correct. 8 Miles High and Falling Fast isn't only a nod to the plane crash, but also refers to the song 8 Miles High, recorded by which 60s rock band famous for Turn, Turn, Turn and Mr. Tambourine Man?
The Birds.
That is correct, Frank. You have swept the category and you have qualified in just under 60 seconds. Very well done, Frank. Stay on the line. Paulie will get your information. I don't know that Woods is going to be able to duplicate that.
We will find out.
We will find out. Frank has got his score locked in. Woods, I don't know if he's going to figure out this category if he needs to, but it's music today. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Frank.
Jumpin' Jack Flash, Rolling Stones.
Correct. The line, "This'll be the day that I die" from American Pie is a reference to the song "That'll Be the Day" by which artist who died in the famous 1958 plane crash
Buddy
in
Holly.
Iowa. Correct. The title of which Beatles song appears in the lyrics to American Pie? Later in the 70s, it would also be used as the title of a book and movie on the Charles Manson murders.
Oh, Helter Skelter.
Correct. Don McLean references a famous 1957 doo-wop song by the Monotones when he asks in verse 2, "Did you write what?"
Pass.
8 Miles High and Falling Fast isn't only a nod to the plane crash, but also refers to the song 8 Miles High, recorded by which 60s rock band famous for Turn, Turn, Turn and
The
Mr.
Birds.
Correct. Don McLean references a famous 1957 doo-wop song by the Monotones when he asks in verse 2, "Did you write what?"
Taint.
No, and you needed that one.
You did.
Because you lost 5-4.
Oh.
Did you write "The Book of Love"?
Got
and
it.
do you have faith in God above?
I'm so excited that you did a plane crash.
It was all about the song, the movie, or the song American Pie. All other songs referenced inside that song.
Love thinking about plane crashes as I'm about to travel via plane. I think I'll watch Flight tonight with the family.
You're not going in a little craft operated by a pilot who wasn't instrument rated in a storm, who probably felt pressure to get, some big famous musicians to their next show from Iowa to like Michigan or wherever they were going.
Do you know that Waylon Jennings
was supposed to be?
It was a coin flip between him and Richie Valens, I think. And they flipped a coin.
It's how La Bamba ends, I think, in the movie and that story. It's pretty crazy story about that whole. And then that song ended up being about the day the music died.
I thought I was pretty good with 4.
Yeah,
Four's a good
Frank played a really good game.
Frank's a G, man. Good job, Frank.
All right, we'll add a new music category next week. We'll play our Real or Fake game tomorrow when Woods is off. Try to qualify one more listener for Guns N' Roses on Friday. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, rankings for the top lineups in Major League Baseball according to ESPN. Where do you think the Padres fit in the top, every single one of the 30 lineups ranked? We can talk about that coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to tell you about sdfatloss.com. You know my story. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. I've kept the weight off for 2.5 years. But I have also considered, as many of you probably have, the GLP-1 injections. Once I found out a little bit more, though, I just decided SD Fat Loss was right for me. Before you start the injections, think about this. Are you prepared to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 maybe a year for those injections and then stay on the medication long-term to maintain the results? Yep. Many of those prescriptions require weekly shots, and when the medication stops, weight gain is common. And By the way, a lot of the weight loss can come from muscle that can slow your metabolism, making keeping the weight off even harder. At sdfatloss.com, they're taking a different approach. Doctor-developed program based on real foods, no prepackaged meals, no bars, no shakes, to lose weight safely, up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days with no injections, no synthetic hormones, no exercise necessary either. Just food, resetting your metabolism for the long haul. For real lasting results, set up a free consultation by going to sdfatloss.com, talking with one of their great counselors about the program. No pressure, but availability is limited. So if you want to sign up today, go to sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
My wife smirked at me last night. We were lying in bed, and the Padres game came on, and we were watching it, and I was still coming off of a high from being out there around the guys, right? And I hit her with this. I go, because Joe was on the broadcast, Joe Musgrove.
Oh,
And
they had him in?
Yep,
I
had
did
him
not
in,
know that.
and he was talking to Tony and Jesse. They were talking to Joe. We had conferred with Joe earlier that morning. Joe was talking about the clubhouse, and the guys were tight. We talked about the clubhouse with Manny. We talked about the clubhouse with Toddy. And, I even told Fernando Tatis, we've been here when it wasn't so great, and he go, how is it? He's phenomenal, fantastic. So I hit my wife with, I'm telling you, babe, the vibes around this team, the attitude, it's different. She looked at me and she goes, he gave me one of those, like the, and I go, what? And she goes, you say this every year. And I go, okay, yeah, you're right.
Has anyone ever left spring training? Any media member, any radio host for any team in any market left spring training? The vibes were terrible. These guys all suck.
We did leave spring training one time and say, ooh, vibes were off. We did. We 100% did.
I mean, I don't think we're shouting it from the rooftops because vibes are inherently a subjective thing.
Correct. That being said, she goes, And I go, why are you placating me? She goes, because you say this every year. You come home and you get in bed and you're like, team's going to win 130 games this year. They're going 130 and 32. All right. And I go, all right, that's fair. It's a fair point you make.
You just saw the work Freddie Fermin was doing.
Paulie, I'm standing by it, though. I was just thinking about, because Ben's about to tell you where the Padres rank in lineup. And I all that popped in my head was sitting at our table, looking over, watching Steven Souza Jr. with like three dudes, and they're just grinding on like bat path and like all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm telling you guys, like it's better than you think it is right now. And I know I'm easily influenced. I know I am. I know hope springs eternal. I'm not going to change who I am as a person. I'm not going to be bitter and angry just to be bitter and angry. I'm excited, and it's okay to be excited is what I'm saying.
I know these lists are very subjective, but there's something that doesn't totally make sense to me, and I'll explain what it is after a quick check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Rivermark Medical. Dispute problems in the North County, South 5 coastline, accident clearing near Cassidy Street. Another crash cleared up near Carlsbad Village Drive, so seeing a little residual slowing there. Southbound 15 before Via Rancho Parkway. Watch out for a bumper in the two left lanes. And got a collision on the Miramar Way off-ramp of northbound 15. Rivermark Medical is conducting a Rapid 3 study for FlowStant, a minimally invasive device designed to relieve symptoms from BPH. Men 45 or older suffering from frequent, painful, or difficulty urinating may qualify. Learn more at rivermarkmedical.com. That's rivermarkmedical.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. We have a Day the Music Died truther in the chat. I thought I better address James before things get out of hand. Says Waylon Jennings Waylon Jennings gave up his seat to the Big Bopper.
Okay.
Richie Valens flipped a coin with Buddy's drummer, Tommy Alsop.
Okay.
Reminds me, though, the Big Bopper. When I was in 6th grade, I was the student council president. I ran unopposed.
You ran unopposed?
Oh, yeah. If anyone had run against me, I would have lost. But I was begged because no one wanted to do it. So I did it. But as part of my duties, 6th grade Ben got to MC the talent show.
Oh,
and I remember, I think it was 3rd grader,
Boppers.
Willie Fisher did a lip sync to the Big Boppers' Chantilly Lace. And that was like the crowd. That was our final act, like the encore at the end. He was great. He really got into it.
And it was a lip sync.
He did a lip sync. There was tryouts and everything. We had like 10 acts that made it to the talent show, and I got to do the whole MC. And now Willie, the Big Bopper Fisher, will entertain everybody with Chantilly Lace. It was in the little outdoor amphitheater at the elementary school.
Now we're the same age. I didn't know you grew up in 1964.
This is elementary school. James goes on the true thing. He says they were not flying to Michigan. They were flying from Clear Lake, Iowa to Fargo, North Dakota.
That's right.
So try to get your facts correct, he said. The charter was $105, so $35 each. Buddy offered a seat to Dion of the Belmonts. Dion turned Buddy down as $35 was his monthly rent back in New York. Dion is alive still, I think.
That's absolutely incredible. Incredible. I didn't know all of that, but yeah, Chance, the way that fate and chance works, it's crazy. Dion's still alive. Waylon Jennings was still alive because of their, they didn't want to get on that plane or lost a coin flip. And man, it's wild. But now I feel much smarter about,
thank you, James,
the day the music died. Thank you, James.
Adam says Ben being student council president because he ran unopposed is like him naming himself sports director at Channel 10. True.
He did.
True.
He did. I came up with the title. I'm the sports director.
No.
All right, if you say so.
Did you make your own business cards?
You don't have business cards, do you?
I used to.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
a waste of money now.
It just feels like we got handed some business cards when we were out at spring training. It's just give me your phone number. I'll put it in my phone.
Put it in my phone.
Now.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's get to the rankings of lineups and what I don't totally understand. I do understand who the number one team is. It's
LA Dodgers.
No surprise to anybody. The Los Angeles Dodgers with Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Cal Tucker, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith at the top. No matter who they put the rest of the lineup, you know that's going to be a very deep, talented lineup and perhaps the best in baseball. Top three include also the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. I'm not going to quibble too much with those choices. They are also a lot of talented, good offensive players. Seattle Mariners are in the Toronto Blue Jays, who are in the ALCS, make the top five. So nothing about those lineups surprises me.
This is on what? MLB.com?
This is Bradford Doolittle's rankings at ESPN.com. Okay. Padres, though, check in. I think pretty, good spot at number 10 overall in baseball. So, right in the top tertile of teams in baseball. And this is just lineup, has nothing to do with pitching or anything else. This is lineup construction. He writes, if the Padres could pair their hyper-aggressive, high-contact approach with a Blue Jays-like leap and power contact, this could be an exciting group.
Sure.
Tatis and Machado are the standouts. Padres need a bounce-back season from Jackson Merrill and maybe a throwback season from Xander Bogaerts to double that star count. Hit tool, they give him an A+. The one area of concern, patience, and they graded all the teams on several factors like power, C-, base running, D+. I think that's a little low. Patience, they give him an F, though.
Wow.
F for patience. Padres are not going to draw a lot of walks in this lineup. And that comes with making a lot of contact as well.
Yeah.
Now, Les Luis Arise is probably going to help that patience number and lower the contact number a little bit.
Yep.
So those things will even out a little bit. But what I don't understand, so the Padres are ranked ahead of all the other NL West teams other than the Dodgers. Diamondbacks are actually right behind them at 11. But you got to go to 17 for the Giants. And, of course, the Rockies are at number 30.
Right.
I think when the bullpen rankings come out, I'd be shocked if the Padres weren't number one.
Correct.
And then for the starting pitching lineup, I think they'll probably be somewhere in the middle of the pack.
Like 15?
Yeah. And maybe an underrated middle of the pack, but, one that if Michael King has the kind of season we know he's capable of and Joe Musgrove is healthy, they're probably a little higher than that. If they're top half of baseball, including number 1 in bullpen and top 10 in lineup, aren't they one of the best teams in baseball? Like top 6 or 7 team in baseball, yet all the predictions and all the models and everything say maybe a fringe playoff team, not really a World Series contender. What am I missing? If they've got lineup, what we're thinking is decent starting pitching and an elite bullpen, where are the weaknesses that they all seem to be trying to assign to the Padres?
Somebody sent me on Instagram. It's 2 guys and pretty big following, right? And they do the bit where they're like A, B, C, D, F, and they put teams, every single team. So Baltimore Orioles, like, I'm going to give them a B, and right. So they came to the Padres and like I think they gave them a C, and the guy goes, "Yeah, they're not a good team. They're crummy. They're like a crummy, stinky team." And I'm like, what am I missing? What am I missing here? Because as you just mentioned, top of the rotation with King and Pivetta, and again, Musgrove's he's a question mark because he was injured, so that's fine. Let's say Randy Vasquez is your 3. Your top 3 are King, Pivetta, Vasquez. You're like, all right, these guys can get outs, and if they don't, it's fine. We have the number 1 bullpen in baseball. If not 1, it's 1A. And then you look at a lineup with, Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr., Ramon Laureano, and on and on and on. Gavin Sheets,
just a couple of those guys have huge seasons. If they all have normal seasons, they're a top 10 lineup. If a couple of guys have huge seasons, then they're even better than that.
It's just kind of that thing where, people need stuff to talk about. We're not unlike, we're in that same boat as well. But it's kind of that, like, all right, well, let's let the chips fall where they may, right? Like, and see how it kind of shakes out. If they stay healthy, I think they can be one of the best teams in baseball. If they stay healthy.
It's just like, like they said on MLB Network, no one really can tell you why they don't think the Padres are good.
Well,
when they actually break down the team, they all end up going, well, actually, this is a really good team when you look at it from top to bottom. But they all kind of just have this general feeling of the Padres are kind of mid.
I think that's good. That's fine. I like that. I like
under the radar, maybe.
I like being a little bit under the radar. Janine says in the chat, Greg Amsinger seems to think they're worse than the Giants offensively, or worse than the Giants total, I guess. Yonder set him straight, though. Yonder's obviously biased as well. So you listen to our take or his take, it's probably going to be a biased take. But I think it falls to the offense. I really do. The offense, and again, 29th in home runs or whatever last year, really a very mid offense. If they can slug even a little bit, and Jackson Merrill's healthy and fired up, and Gavin Sheets reproduces what he does, you've got some good wild cards in that lineup that can have good seasons. So I'm not sweating it right now. We talked earlier about AJ Preller. Even if he did trade for somebody, who would he trade for? What bat do you feel like we have to replace right now? A bat in the lineup.
I don't have any of them that they have to be replaced.
They have to be replaced. Like, it can't go on like this. Last year, there was like 3. And so this year I'm going, okay, I'm going to stay cautiously optimistic about it and hope these guys stay healthy.
I don't know. Base running at D+. Xander Bogaerts is a very good base runner.
Yeah.
He stole 20 bases last year, quietly. Jackson Merrill is fast and a good base runner. Manny Machado is a sneaky good base runner. Fernando Tatis Jr. is one of the most elite base runners in baseball.
Yeah.
Jake Cronenworth doesn't steal a lot of bases, but I would classify him as a good base runner. That's your top 5 guys are all good or at least plus base runners.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know, the bottom guys in the lineup, Sheets and Duhar and Fermin are not, but what teams have
1 through 9?
1 through 9 great base runners. D+ doesn't make a lot of sense to me right there. Power. I think the one thing I can guarantee you this year, Padres will make a big jump from 29th in power. I don't know how high they will jump, but my guess is minimum 10 spots up in power. Just by starting by not having Nelson Cruz and not having Jason Hayward and not having having an actual left fielder who can hit home runs and Ramon Laureano to start the season. That's going to help. I think having the option of Castellanos and Andujar and Sheets and rotating those guys around, that's going to help power numbers. And I certainly think that Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill are probably going to hit more home runs than they did last year if they stay healthy over the course of a year. So I really do think the power number is going to jump a little bit. I don't know, hit a plus tool in terms of average. I don't even mind if that comes down a little bit. I want them to swing for more extra bases, more power. You can give up a little bit of that singles contact to try to get a little more power in your game. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it too. But no, listen, you saw that. I saw that come out and I went, oh God, where are we? And I go, oh, okay, top 10. I'm absolutely fine with that right now. And again, the lineup that they ran out there yesterday, I looked at that lineup and remarked on the air too, like, look at that. That looks pretty good, man. It's a pretty good lineup. I'm pretty happy with where this team is right now.
Even Freddie Fermin, who I would not consider, a great offensive player, takes good at bats.
Sure.
Way better
playoffs,
than the catching tandem that the Padres had to start last season of Elias Diaz and Martin Maldonado. Yeah. You're not going to get 320 and 25 homers from Freddie Fermin, but you're going to get good at bats and
great ABs
much better production than you got out of your catching position as well last year.
Great ABs in Chicago in October, man.
Did.
Really impressive. So that's how he ended his season. Would love to see him, now knowing the job is his, just kind of seize that opportunity and handle the pitching staff, of course, is priority number one. But going out and adding offensively at the bottom of the lineup will be huge.
I'm not saying the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are at 11, don't have a good lineup. I think Nolan Arenado, they have him right there at 5th right now in their projection. That's asking a lot. He's had a good spring so far, but that's asking a lot for Nolan Arenado to produce like a middle of the order lineup guy at this stage in his career.
Corbin Carroll's out for how long?
Not that long, but
zapped of power with the hamate.
Could be diminished over the course of the season.
Yep.
And, of course, you don't have Eugenio Suarez back, who was such a key power contributor to your team last season until the trade deadline.
They also had some unfortunate news yesterday out of Diamondbacks camp. Merrill Kelly is going to be out for a while with some nerve damage. We've been there. We know what that's like. Padres had offered Merrill Kelly a 3-year deal, allegedly, a month or so ago. He turned it down, wanted to go back to pitch in Arizona where he was comfortable, and now he's going to be on the shelf for a while too. I every day that passes now, it's all, again, health dependent, but I look at it, Benny, and I go, yeah, in my mind, I think we're the second best team in the West. I really do right now today.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like people are trying to gaslight me into thinking that they're not.
Yes, I know. I feel the same way.
And I don't know why.
Yep.
All right, we will come back. We get the final hour of Ben and Woods. A Rhino Report returns with some headlines from Paulie, plus our biggest fan contest announcement. And we're going to give away some more tickets to Padres spring training in Peoria. All ahead on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods for a Thursday. Final hour of the week for Stephen Woods.
Yes.
Going to be off tomorrow. And again, we're going to have Darren Smith in studio. We'll talk with Spring Training Sammy, who's going to join us later this hour as well. I do have some news in from Spring Training before even Sammy joins us. Yuki Matsui is officially off the Samurai Japan roster for the WBC due to I think it's an adductor issue they decided that has limited him so far in spring training. He's throwing off flat ground, but he's not pitching, and they just don't think the timeline fast enough that he'd be able to contribute in the tournament. Hopefully he'll be able to get healthy for the Padres in time for opening day, but no point in sending him over to Japan to train, play games, and come back that he's not going to participate in. He, of course, is disappointed that he's going to be missing out on that opportunity.
Yeah, man, talking to all those guys out there this week, they all, either it was on the air or off the air, talked about how much it would mean to them to play for their country. All of them. I mean, every single one mentioned it. And, it's got to be a big disappointment. And but the guys that are going to end up going out there, man, I'm excited for them because they are fired up about it.
The decision by Nick Pivetta to not play for Team Canada, I assume that was a tough one.
I do too.
I don't know if he'll ever totally, explain his thinking. I've got to think part of it is, this is not a year you want to risk injury, knowing that if he has another good season, he can opt out and get a massive contract. Yep. I think part of it is, Canada is not clearly one of the favorites.
Correct.
So you might just be going for a team that's going to get run out early. Do you really want to leave your team and your new manager and your routine and everything for that? Nothing against the Canadian team, but as we heard from Yonder, there's 3 big boys in the tournament this year. It's the United States, it's Japan, and it's the Dominican Republic. And those are the 3 odds-wise biggest favorites to win the WBC.
Yep. Yeah, Puerto Rico would have been a good team, but insurance did not come through for, all of their players. So they missed out on some really, really good talent.
Cuba, who's been good in the past, very young, probably not expected to do a ton this year.
Said they've fallen off.
Yeah,
I said they've fallen off a lot.
All right, before we get to the Rondell Report, let's give out today's biggest fan name. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 and qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And this morning's biggest fan is Sean Duke from El Cajon. Sean Duke, you have 10 minutes to call us now at 833-288-0973. And while Sean reaches for the phone, Paulie's going to give us some Rondell Report headlines. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Rondell Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rondell Report with Paul Rondell.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rondell Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. Purple says 3 days without a Rondell Report should be illegal. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting dragged for this, though, Ben.
I'm getting dragged. I didn't cancel the Rondell Report.
Yeah, it says Ben would have, if Ben had his way, it would be like that every day. I said, I don't think that's on Ben. It's just,
I don't think that's fair to Ben.
That's not fair to Ben.
I never get what I want anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
I did. I missed the Rondell Report, too.
It was just very hard to plan
do
for
out there.
anything.
Paul was just being lazy like he normally is. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. Came down to.
All right. Let's get started on the Higgins Report.
Go ahead.
Where do we start? We will start in Major League Baseball. I don't believe we've mentioned this yet, but Max Scherzer, he has signed. Everyone was waiting. What was Max Scherzer going to do? A lot of conversations about whether or not he would be a fit here in San Diego. We don't have to worry about that, though, because he is going back to the Toronto Blue Jays. That is still not official from the team or anything, but it has been widely reported. It's a 1-year deal for $3 million.
Okay.
And that sounds pretty reasonable for any team, but it also has a lot of escalators and incentives, apparently. Like could end up like
$10 million
like $10 million
something.
max deal or whatever. If you were to hit
deal
for Max.
Yeah, there you go. If you were to hit all of those incentives, so minimum of $3 million for the year. Good deal for. Well, I don't know if that's a good deal for him, but it's a good deal for the Blue Jays, right?
I mean, when you're 65 years old and somebody gives you $3 million to pitch with the potential to make 10, I think that's a really, really good deal at the end of the day. What did he expect to get? And they're reloading there in Toronto. They got an inch away. An inch.
Yeah,
they got 1 inch from a World Series last night. 1 inch.
He got a full no trade clause, but honestly, I expect Toronto to be in it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to want to trade him. And if he's not doing well, no one's going to want him. So I doubt that that's a huge factor in it. But he's comfortable there and probably a good spot for him if this is it to wrap up his career.
Yep, 100%.
Is that our biggest fan calling in, Paulie, the top line? I know you've got the access. I don't see a name, but I don't want to miss it just in case.
Yeah, let's take that one.
Let's go to line number 1. Is this Sean?
This is Hi.
Hi, Sean. Congratulations. You have called in within the requisite 10 minutes, and you are into our grand prize drawing for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres
great to
game.
hear.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
man.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun. Thank you for getting me in on that. I
Thank
appreciate it.
If you win, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for listening, and
Yeah.
we'll let you know if
Yeah.
you win. You're good to go. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
You just banged your face on the microphone.
I
You
did,
okay?
yes.
He really got it good.
Bam.
He's like, boom. You
All
okay?
right.
Yeah, I was just reaching for the phone screener thing and just whacked my face on the
I hope
microphone.
he
Did
doesn't
everyone
think-
hear that?
I
Or?
hope he didn't think that he won because it sounded like he thought maybe he won.
see.
He won something.
Rod in the chat says Sean's my coworker. He's calling in right now.
Okay, good,
There we
good.
go.
Just let him know he qualifies right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you didn't. Nobody's won anything.
He's like, I can't wait.
This is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna text 20 friends
I'm gonna
right
bring-
now.
Don't give the
Rod.
tickets away yet.
Yeah,
we've
don't
had a
give away.
number of qualifiers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But you
I
are
mean,
on the
at
list,
the
Sean.
very most, you're going to be down to a couple, few dozen people
Sure.
maybe for a really good prize. It's way better odds than you're getting in most contests
That's right.
at this point.
All right, we will move on. That's it for sports, actually. We're going to go. I got a couple of music stories for you. We'll start with this one. We did not mention this yesterday. We like to look at who has had their residencies at the Sphere.
Yes.
The main attraction, like the number one destination for a concert venue here in America, it feels like. And the latest residency was just announced. Metallica is going to have a 2026 residency at the Sphere.
Okay.
Let's see. They are calling it the No Repeat Weekend shows through October.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yes.
Welcome to the No Repeat Weekend shows of October.
Does that mean that they play a different set list on every single show? So if you're a huge Metallica fan, you have to go to every single one?
They're all one of one shows.
One of one?
No.
Is that what that
repeat
means?
Songs.
That's not what bands usually do.
Yeah.
All right, repeat. Say it again. They're
the
not.
Sorry. The No Repeat Weekend is the tour.
Okay, the No Repeat.
Maybe
Weekend.
each weekend is like 3 different shows.
Okay,
So you
all
can
right.
go for a weekend.
says here,
and I get it.
They will
Okay.
play unique shows. Again, I don't know what that means.
That
but
means different every time.
unique shows. Okay, so a new set list on Thursdays and Saturdays. So October 1st and October 3rd.
Okay.
The 15th and 17th, 22nd and 24th, 29th and 31st.
They're trying to get
Halloween.
people to come out and buy 2. Like go for a
Genius.
weekend and get 2
Yeah, 'cause
shows.
So no songs will be repeated from Thursday to Saturday set lists. So they're basically trying to
Get
packages at a weekend. You got to go to 2 shows in 3 days.
Pretty brilliant.
It's actually
Pretty
genius.
brilliant because if it's a band that I love and I love them, that's what I'm doing because I get to go see them twice, which is awesome, and I get to see all new songs. I get to see 50 songs in a weekend. 100%. Oasis played the same set list every
time.
single show. They just came out,
which you were still happy about.
I was
but-
elated. But our buddy Aussie Tony went to like 15 of those shows, 15 times.
All right.
He saw the same set list.
So I'm looking at let's see, where was it? Pre-sale starts on March 6th. Or the tickets go on sale on the 6th. You
Okay.
can do a pre-sale now, general public on March 6th. So I was looking now. You have been to the Sphere a couple of
Yep,
times.
twice.
You did for one of them, I think, right? You did a VIP or a package.
Yes.
The travel package.
Yes.
That's how they're marketing most of the shows is you get the stay at the Venetian or wherever, and then, VIP package and all that. So you tell me if this is steep. I mean, it's steep either way.
Okay.
Fair,
Sure.
too high, too little. Signature concert and hotel, like the basic package,
Yep.
which is your choice of a reserved seat at both shows.
Okay.
Thursday
So
and
you get
Saturday.
both shows.
3-night stay at the Venetian.
Yeah.
Metallica travel merchandise item, a lanyard.
Laminate,
Yeah.
yep.
So all that. That's what you did?
Yep.
All right. It's $1,077 per person.
I paid way more.
Really?
And
so
I
that's
mean-
that's a deal.
And I mean, like, way more.
$500 a show. But you get the 3 nights included.
I got 3 nights I got 2 nights at the Venetian, I think.
But
and 1 concert ticket.
Here's my
and
question.
I paid more.
Here's my question. If I were to buy that package right now, I would buy 2 for me and my wife.
Yep.
We only need 1 3-night reservation. We don't need 2 3-night reservations.
It's probably double occupancy sort of thing. They always do that. There's an added charge for like a single occupancy room or something.
Because $1,000 for 2 concerts and 3 nights in Vegas is fairly reasonable.
Beyond solid. I think you might have. There may be missing a 0 in there. To be honest,
I've got a better deal for you.
There's a diamond. There's multiple packages.
Yeah.
How about free? Courtesy of Odyssey. Vegas Ready to Rock, giving you and a guest chance to win a trip to see Metallica at the Sphere Las Vegas for select dates October 1st through 31st. Get hooked up with travel, 3-night hotel stay, a pair of tickets, both nights of the opening weekend of their Sphere residency thanks to Q Prime. All you have to do to enter is listen to us on the Odyssey app. You may be doing it right now. You may be entering a contest
You don't
at
even
the
know
moment. You don't even know it.
You're at Metallica. You're like, how did I even get it?
Download the free app, create your account, favorite our station, and listen for an hour to get your daily entry. Come back each day for another chance to win. For more info and to sign up for pre-sales beginning Tuesday, March 3rd, head to Metallica.com. This is a national contest.
National. Okay.
But free to enter and a chance to win a pretty cool prize.
I'm looking. I think this is a steal, actually.
All right, give me the other levels.
Okay, that was the signature, the base package. The Diamond concert and hotel package is $1,742 a person.
Still, it's nothing.
And same thing, choice of a premium reserved seat instead of the basic. The 3-night stay, the item, priority entrance, luxury motor coach transportation from the airport to and from.
Okay.
1 exclusive Diamond package event gift.
Okay.
The lanyard.
They really
and the
selling this
concierge.
lanyard.
Yeah. And then there's the Snake Pit concert and hotel package. That's $4,700 a person.
All right, that's up there.
That's up there.
I am
$1,000 again. 2 shows.
2 shows
at the Sphere.
3 nights at the Venetian.
And 3 nights at the Venetian.
Pretty badass.
3 nights at the Venetian alone is $1,000
No doubt.
minimum.
I'm a tiny bit offended, though. Adam ran by, waving his phone for me to check my text messages. Charisma in the chat says, Ben checked Adam's text. Adam says, yes, he did, to talk about that contest. As if Paulie and I didn't already know that this was a thing, and I was going to tell everybody about the contest.
When the
I
conversation.
knew about this
As if we
already.
don't put an ounce of thought into our
Methods
and execution.
We had no idea that was going to be part of it. Yes, Adam,
Boy,
I already knew about the contest when we started talking about it.
When he gets something in his head, man.
I just want the credit for,
He
thinking
already
about
knew
it.
this.
He knew this.
He talked about it an hour ago.
It's like a tack hammer in your forehead. It's just like this. It's like this.
Hey.
I saw it. You got to let this conversation resolve, and then we'll hit it. We'll get it. Trust me.
He's thorough. He's thorough. I mean, it would have been bad if I had missed it.
He's doing his job.
I
Professionals,
get it, but I
in here.
I knew that.
All
That sounds awesome. I got a DM from.
You can't unapprove an expense report, Adam.
It's true. I got a DM yesterday from they had like Metallica fan 75 in from yesterday on Instagram. Oh my God, Woodsy, please help me. I got to go see Metallica. Where do I buy tickets? Everyone says 300 is the best. And I said, I can't speak to it. I did the floor for you two, and we did obstructed view second level for the Eagles, which we saw half of the screen. It was the worst money I've ever spent. It was a huge mistake. I blew it. Thought it was good. They weren't. They were terrible.
It's like Wrigley Field with the poles in front of you. Or how does that...
I was like squatting like this to like see the Boys of Summer graphics.
The overhang got you.
The overhang got me,
I
right?
see. Okay.
So I said, 300's obviously you're at the top, but you're wide open, but you're far away. Like it's the hot, I said, you got to go with the floor. And people say, don't get the floor because in your neck, but you don't mind because you're in this experience.
Go at the top and bring some binoculars to see them down on the stage.
It's just, there's really no bad seats except for the one with the overhang blocking your view. The rest of it's pretty incredible.
Again, Metallica.com, Tuesday, March 3rd, pre-sales.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. $1,000, not bad.
It's not bad at all, dude. And I liked Metallica more when I was younger. I like Metallica. I don't love Metallica, so I'm probably going to pass on this one.
I think so too, but I look at like concert prices at just regular venues, and they're like $400 a ticket now.
Might as well get a trip to Vegas and staying at the Venetian, and 2 concert tickets for $1,000 is not a bad deal.
I'm gonna start looking. I'd like to get more artists through the sphere.
Yes.
Like it feels like it's every other month to get a new one or something. But I'm like, let's speed that process up
for sure.
I guess they have to get it dialed in where like artists can make a stop there on a tour instead of like having to do all of the big production, and it's got to be a full residency. But from one music story to another, to wrap up the Rhino Report, we do it every year. The 2026 Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees have been announced, and there's some interesting ones here. Let's see. We have the 2026 nominees. You want to just go yes or no rapid fire?
Yeah.
All right. Black Crowes.
Yes.
Jeff Buckley.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
No.
You're so biased.
Phil Collins.
Yes.
Now, if you're going to put Phil Collins, I think Mariah Carey is absolutely.
Exactly.
She's not a rock and roll. It's, again, think of it as the Music Hall of Fame, and she's in.
All right, fine.
Melissa Etheridge.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
Billy Idol.
Absolutely.
Is he going to say no to
the longest ceremony in history?
In excess.
Oh, God, yeah.
Iron Maiden.
Come on.
Joy Division, New Order.
Oh, come on.
How are these all groups already not in?
New Edition.
No.
Oasis.
Yeah. Come on.
Pink.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sade.
Oh, God, yes.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luther Vandross.
Yes.
And all 400 members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna take
long.
days to induct all these people.
How many wrote a book on
Someone's
music?
gonna have to wait.
Don't everybody in that list gets a page?
Who
right?
is the only one I left out?
Mariah Carey.
No, I put her back out.
And then New Edition.
New Edition.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
You're in a tough crowd. I will say that. Tough year to be nominated.
Phil Collins is currently at the top of the fan vote.
Amazing.
He's already in as a member of Genesis.
Yep.
That was back in 2010. So he's going on there as a solo artist for the first time.
All these acts who aren't in you're gonna put Phil in twice before we even get to me.
I mean, some of it's criminal. Iron Maiden not being in there is criminal. It's just criminal. Black Crowes, I think, is
to be eligible, an artist must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years ago.
Okay.
Pink is over 25 years old.
That's
in
right.
terms of music now.
That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah, sounds about right. 2001.
And how many will they pick? Do they say?
It does not say.
Is this like the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where it has to be exactly
get
7, or
yeah?
Can they get everybody in like baseball? I mean,
Do some research on it.
it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
All right. Thank you, Paulie. Appreciate it.
Good job on the Roundel Report. Broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. We'll come back, give away some tickets to Padres spring training, and then at the bottom of the hour, spring training, Sammy will check in, see how much we're missed right now in Peoria, Arizona. All coming up next after a check of traffic with Benna Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, let me tell you about the great work happening down there in La Mesa at this incredible dealership. Of course, talking about Sedano Ford, their President's Day sale being extended through the end of the month. Manny Sedano, premier local, veteran-owned dealer, putting you in the driver's seat for just $1 down. I got $1 in my wallet, man. You can go put it down on a card today. Incredible specials. Let me rip through these for you real quick. Check this out. 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Ben, just $372 a month. The 2025 Ford F-150 STX, $439 a month. And the 2025 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback, $353 a month. The 2026 Ford Explorer Active, just $449 a month. And the luxury that you crave can be found in the Lincoln Corsair Hybrid at just $417 a month. Obviously, Ford, huge brand in my life. Grandfather worked there at the factory in Detroit for 40-something years. Just driven Fords my entire life. So check it out for yourself. Go to SedanoFord.com if you want to check out their inventory now. Of course, you could stop by the dealership in La Mesa, talk to Manny's crew. They're incredible. They'll roll out the red carpet for you, get you in the car or truck or of your dreams. For more details about these offers, again, go to SedanoFord.com. Let them know Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you, please.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim-ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now. Say radio for a free month of service. Had a little drama during the commercial break.
We're fine. Not between us.
Well, first of all, Woods, you left the studio to use the restroom.
Yeah.
You had just eaten your yogurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And you took your spoon.
Yep.
And you set it into a coffee mug that was sitting on a table right outside the studio.
Yes.
Did you not realize that that was Adam's current coffee?
Obviously, I did not.
Not a dirty dishes disposal mug.
Adam walked over to the studio from his desk. He placed his coffee cup
on
there's a little table outside of the studio,
technically
right
you're
by
not
the door.
supposed to bring open coffee mugs into the studio.
Correct. So he placed it there and then came into the studio to talk to us during the commercial break.
Yep.
Woodsy went out to the bathroom and placed the spoon, his used spoon, in Adam's coffee cup.
Just dropped it right in that cup that I saw
Adam
there.
talked to us for a minute, and then when he left, and he goes, "Is this Woods' spoon? It's in my coffee."
I really don't have a defense.
I was gonna go. I was gonna go get some more, but I guess I'll get a new mug now.
Okay, so I don't really have a defense other than this is my line of thinking, right? So I will often put my stuff on the chair, or I'm sorry, on the little table, and then take it. I don't just leave it there. I take it after the show down to the kitchen. We are under a bit of under the gun time
constraints,
right?
Yeah.
And so I thought, all right, I'm just going to put it here. And instead of laying it on the thing, I just dropped it in this coffee mug that I didn't know was Adam. So I just dropped it there. I was going to take them both into the kitchen after we.
You idiot! You stupid idiot!
So sorry. So now he had to go get a new. Now there's plenty of fresh mugs in there. But now he's got to burn one. So I have no excuse. I'm sorry. I really was trying to do the right thing.
Well, and so was he by not bringing his coffee into the studio. He is a rule follower.
He is. And I
admire about him.
I follow the rules.
But then
having coffee in the studio is just
in this same break, we also got an email from
Ben has
Adam.
a giant jug of coffee in front of him.
Yes. I break the rules every day.
Every day.
Now it has a lid on it, which
So
is
what?
helpful, but
Lid's never fallen off?
it could possibly fall off.
Oh God, so good.
But I like to have my coffee while I do the show for 4 hours.
Yep, that's right.
But during the same break, Adam also sent a station-wide email. It says, hey, guys.
The timing is spectacular.
Just a coincidence, I'm sure. I want to remind everybody that 1 week of advance notice is required for time off requests. 2 weeks is preferred. When talent is out, not only do we have to figure out coverage plans, we also have clients to think of. Most of them cannot amend their advertising schedule in a few days' notice. There's only one person I know who put in a time off request for tomorrow this morning that might have elicited this email. And I am looking at him right now because I saw you doing it. Because you always have to ask me, how do I do the time off request again every single time you do it?
You help me. You think with all the time off I take, I'd be really good at it? I'm not.
You should have.
I still do my eyes closed, blindfolded.
Didn't put that in. You knew you were going to Dallas a while ago. We knew you were going. I mean, we're not like up a creek. We don't need to. We have our plan for you, but everyone else kind of needs to know, Woods, that you're not going to be here.
Who needs to know? I called Adam this week and I reminded him. And now, again, I always forget who I told, right? But I guess if I put in the request.
That's what the system's for.
So next time I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to submit it. And then he can come and ask me about it, I guess. But I did. I was like, ooh, I go, Adam. I called him on. I told you guys, when did we do the live stream? Tuesday night? I called him that day when I was out for my meth walk, shirtless, short shorts, walking around Peoria. And I called him just to chew the fat, just a couple of gals chatting, doing a little chin wag, right? And I go, oh, by the way, just want to remind you, I'm out Friday. And I could hear a bit of a moment of silence. And then I said, we're good, though. The guys are good. Darren's coming in for an hour, whatever. Like, we'll be fine.
Now you're going to have like a Sedano Ford read scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, why does this keep happening? I'm on vacation.
Well, to be fair to me, I don't really have a lot of live reads right now. So I thought I was in the clear. I'm good. Ben has the lion's share of the rake.
If Ben was going to be a big
Ben was going to be a huge problem. For me, I just kind of slip in and out every day. Just come do the show and That's about it. Adam and I have the exact same number of endorsements. So, which is, standard in the radio business. Totally. So
I'm actually putting in my next time off request right now.
Good
just
idea.
to make sure it's not until May.
It's a good idea. I really did forget to get that in. And I said, I need to do this. So at least better late than never. Because I have missed work before and had to submit after I've already taken the vacation before because I forget to put it in. So I'm sorry.
Did you just find out in the last week that it was your nanny's birthday?
No, I've known this for months.
Okay. It's on the calendar every year, same day.
Well, this celebration, I don't fly back for it every year. This is the only time I've flown back for it because it's the 90th. So I just 2 weeks though. Is that really the? What if a impromptu?
One week's the rule. 2 weeks is preferred.
What are you gonna do? Fire me? Go ahead. Good job. Enjoy. Suspend me. I'll just leave right now. All right. I'll try to get it in when I can.
Your suspension begins at 10 a.m. today.
I'm doing my very best over here.
One show suspension.
I mean, you'll be gone while we deal with the chaos and fallout of your last minute vacation tomorrow. So just enjoy yourself.
I don't know how we're gonna get through it.
If I sprung this on you guys, I would get it.
Had I known you were gonna be gone,
and that's the thing is we planned behind the scenes for weeks that we knew this was happening. It's on me. I should have put it in. I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
Real quick, before we get to Sammy, you guys want to just do a quick, it is a throwback Thursday. We have a fun clip. This is from like 6 years ago. And I believe it was a Yonder Report story. There was a story about a man who had duped multiple churches into letting him perform as Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, no, he convinced, this is, again, it was a Yonder Report story. We didn't know at the time if it was real or not. And it was a guy in England or something that would walk up to churches and say, hello, I'm Ed Sheeran. Would like to play for a sandwich, maybe, whatever. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, sure. So
Portsmouth, Ohio.
This can't be real.
Looks like one of those police releases. Fugitive alert. The Fugitive Task Force is looking for Ronnie Williams Jr. of Sciotoville for fraud. He has convinced 3 local churches that he is Ed Sheeran.
Oh, my God.
And even went as far as performing The Shape of You in front of Christ Community Church last Sunday. When the pastor was asked why he believed the real Ed Sheeran would perform for $35 in a sandwich, he said he just assumed he fell on tough times.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It's shocking.
Ed Sheeran is still one of the biggest stars in the world. $35. And can I get a Subway turkey and cheese?
So he basically said, "Yeah, I'll do it. $35. I'm Ed Sheeran. Yeah, $35 and a sandwich, please, and I'll start playing.
I'll sing The Shape of You.
He'll do a no repeat weekend.
That's right.
At the
Only
churches as well.
$1,000, 3 nights at the Venetian. I think the story ended up being fake, and we did it in the Yonder Report anyway.
Fun fact: every single man in Peoria, Arizona, actually looks like that guy.
Identical. No matter where you go.
If we'd stayed a few more days, we would have looked like him too.
I was on my way.
Woods was already shirtless and walking through the streets of Peoria.
I was on my way.
Spring training's only a 4-day trip for us. Like fantasy camp, that's like 7-8 days. You get to that last game, you start feeling like that guy.
Yeah.
You look like you're like morphing into him.
It's everywhere you go. It's the guy that checks you out at the grocery store. It's the people walking down the streets. You're like, this is where they all come. It's pretty crazy.
All right. I see Sammy's already ready in the chat. He's got his phone up. I don't know if he's taking a selfie or taking a picture of us or how that's working. But before we go out to Sammy Spring Training Sammy, let's give away 4 tickets to the Peoria Sports Complex. Chance to go and watch some Padres baseball this spring and qualify for a chance at our grand prize. 4 tickets to a Padres Giants game at Petco Park on April 1st. Be the 4th caller right now at 833-288-0973. You can win the 4-pack. You got to get there and find your own transportation and lodging. Hey, ask Sammy if you can stay with him possibly. You can get your own tickets at peoriabaseball.com, and we'll check in with Sam Levit in our final segment of the day coming up next year on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guess I'm Ben Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Sammy Levit will join us from Peoria, Arizona, right after our last check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Couple of problems wrapping up our morning drive. Northbound 805 near Bonita Road, crash blocking the two left lanes, and an accident clearing from the Miramar Way off-ramp northbound 15. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And all of spring training Sammy's coverage from Peoria is presented by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And there he is. I can almost smell the back patio.
I missed the
Hamburgers, the
sound.
Peoria complex. Yeah, are they grilling up food again today, Sammy? It's good to see you.
Yeah, we don't have that very distinct hamburger smell today like we had the other day when you guys were here. But I will tell you, they have not put away your table and your chairs. So if you want to come back, they're still here for you. So
they're hoping that we're going to return.
Hey, I walked in the clubhouse today, and believe it or not, I mean, guy after guy came up to me and said, "Where Ben and Woods?" I was looking forward to going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
it happens. I was thinking about
led by Will Myers, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking about it last night.
Came right up to me. He said, "I thought I was going to go on."
It was funny. I mentioned it to Hannah, and I said, I think the only member of the starting lineup was that we didn't get was Xander Bogaerts. She goes, yeah, Bo and I went through it this morning, and we're like, oh, the only one that didn't get was Xander.
None of the catchers. We didn't get Fermin or
That's
Campy.
true. We didn't get it in either of the catchers. That's
you
true.
got to smell campy, though.
I smell campy.
But we did. Yeah, they got the whole outfield.
Yep.
Everybody in the infield except Xander and the catcher spot.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. It was such a fun
7 out of 9 is pretty good.
That's damn good.
I'll take that.
Damn good.
Very.
Yeah, as long as we got that outfield this year, I was going to be really excited.
Any scrummy news from Craig Stammen today?
Not much. I mean, the two news items of the day, one is unsurprising, and that is Yuki Matsui officially is going to miss the WBC. So a lot of the members of the Japanese media were here today, spoke to Yuki inside the clubhouse. I spoke to him as well, and obviously he's disappointed. We know how much it means to those guys to go play for their countries and Team Japan and all the success they've had in the WBC. So certainly disappointing for Yuki, but I think it was pretty clear after he got injured that he was not going to participate. And as far as his status for opening day, it sounds in question. I don't know that they quite have an answer being a month out right now, but it certainly sounds like it'll be in question, at least with where he's at right now, as far as that left adductor strain, which is significant in the sense of it could open up a spot on the opening day roster for one of these many deserving relievers. I know you guys had the conversation a little bit earlier, sort of the embarrassment of riches the Padres have in their bullpen and the number of guys that, you know, on a lot of teams would be on the opening day roster in that bullpen that aren't going to be. And they have some tough decisions to make in that respect. So it could open up a spot for somebody else if Yuki can't be ready by opening day. So that was one piece of news. And then Matt Waldron was back in the clubhouse today. He did play catch yesterday, still a little bit unclear again, what the timetable is going to be for him and, how long it's going to take for him to start really moving around again. But he did play catch yesterday and he is here today. So that will be something we monitor, I'm sure, over the next week or so to see when he can get back on a mound and potentially back into games, because he's obviously somebody that's battling for a rotation spot and notably also out of options. So he's got an interesting situation, but he is back.
It's interesting, Sammy, because you'd never want anybody to get hurt, right? You don't want anybody to get hurt of any significant injury, right? But if it's Yuki Matsui's adductor and it gives them the ability to keep a Ron Marinaccio, right? And
Sure.
instead of having to try to pass somebody through waivers, it's not the worst thing in the world. And the Dodgers do it with all the time, but they did it with their entire starting rotation last year. They're doing it already with their starting rotation this year. There is a way to keep all of the guys that you have and kind of figure it out as you go without having to lose any of these guys.
Yeah, and look, you could kind of make the same argument. And again, I want to be careful with how I say this because you don't wish injury on anybody,
Never.
right? And I think we're very clear about that. But like we always say, these things tend to work themselves out.
Yep.
You get to spring training and it seems like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to figure out who's going to make the roster? Guys that are out of options, guys that are on minor league deals, guys like Walker Buehler, guys with opt-outs in their contract. How are they going to make all these things work and make sure that they, I guess, keep as many guys as they possibly can while also making the right decision about the roster and who's deserving of it. And they tend to work themselves out. I have to do a little bit more research on, if Matt Waldron, can he start the year on the IL? Would that give the Padres an opportunity to then, let's just, for example, take a Walker Buehler and put him on the roster, and then you're not dealing with the opt-out. I've got to do a little bit more research on that, on how that would exactly work, but I don't know if they're quite there yet with a month to go before opening day. But I think your overarching point is correct that, these things work themselves out, and hypothetically, in Yuki's case, if you want to point to Ron Marinaccio as a good example, could give you an opportunity to at least keep him for the time being, which is not the worst thing in the world.
Sam, I know you're not a professional scout, but you watch a lot of baseball. Your thoughts on Michael King's outing yesterday? And I know you talked to him after the game as well.
Yeah, he looked really good. Started the game 6 up, 6 down. He only threw 23 pitches in the first 2 innings. So they got him another up down, which was good. He was aiming for around 35. And the results were good. I mean, he gave up a home run in the 3rd inning, whatever, who cares? Felt good. Stuff looked good. Contact, aside from the home run, was mostly weak. And the most important part of all this, as Michael continues to say, coming off what was obviously a year where he dealt with multiple pretty significant injuries that kept him out for a long time. He feels healthy and he's right on track for where he should be. And obviously what's a big year for him when you consider the opt-out in his contract, and it's kind of another opportunity for him to go out there and put together a 2024 like year. So he looked good. He said all the right things. They got him 3 up downs, which was good. And so all the reports on Michael King, very positive. And today, Nick Pivetta will go for the Padres at Little Ohio. So he'll get his first Cactus League start, and that should be fun as well.
And were you able to see Ty France's at bat where he reversed the call? And we saw how close it was. We talked about it earlier, and pivotal because that would have ended the inning, right? And then he got a second chance. That adds, we don't talk about it much, but that adds a lot of drama inside a stadium. I know the results don't mean anything in a spring training game, but that for a regular season game, that's going to be a huge moment in a packed ballpark when they go to the screen and you determine whether this rally continues or the inning's over or not based on one call and maybe a centimeter or two.
Yeah, it was bases loaded, 2 outs. So it was the first time, and we've seen a lot of challenges. And by the way, there are a lot of them. I mean, the players are getting a lot of these right, and the teams are keeping their challenges. But it was the first time in the Padres Cactus League season where it felt like a huge impact on the game, because he strikes out, the inning's over, Padres are still trailing, and instead he gets the call reversed. I apologize, it was 2-2, it went to 3-2, and then he hits a 2-run base hit, and the Padres take the lead, and they ultimately win the game. So it was it was a prime example of how impactful that ABS challenge can be, how impactful having challenges late in a game and in a big situation can be. And if you can take advantage, it can totally change the course of a game and turn a loss into a win. So it was fun. It was really the first time where it had like a major impact on a game, and obviously a really nice moment for Ty France.
Sammy, really appreciate it. Continue the great coverage, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Maybe Paula's going to talk to you maybe a little earlier. Woods is off, so we might expand your role a bit if you have the time.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Whatever you guys need, I'm here.
Thank you, Sam Levitt, as always.
All right,
doing a great job.
Thanks, Sammy.
I mean, think about that, Woods. Bases loaded. Now, not a spring training game, but Petco Park, like the Dodgers are in town, and it's a tie game, and the bases are loaded, and it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah.
And the umpire goes, strike 3, and the crowd all goes, oh, and then the batter taps his head, and all of a sudden, all eyes go to the big, giant screen at Petco Park.
Amazing.
Waiting to see whether, this could actually be a full count now with the bases loaded, or the inning's over, my team loses a challenge, and the rally's done. Those are going to be theatrical.
Well, don't forget, sports are entertainment at the end of the day. What's more entertaining than that? You know what I mean? It's fantastic theater and drama. And, again, how many times have we seen a close call, like the friggin' last out of the playoffs? You see something like that, and you're like, dude, no way. The pitch isn't even close, and the game's over. All this work we put in, is all resting on the eyes of a guy behind home plate. So the fact that we can maybe take some of that pressure off of them and build a little bit more pressure in the stadium with some theatrical, entertaining moments, I'm so here for it.
I doubt the umpires feel that way, because to me, it would almost feel like more pressure knowing that I could get embarrassed at any moment by making a wrong call. I mean, we've seen it a number of times.
We have.
Even some obvious calls, which are always missed, and I'm glad they can be corrected. But if I'm an umpire and I now know,
you better bear down.
I'm really gonna be. I mean, they're already very good, but my guess
They're very
is
good. They're very, very good.
My guess is the umpires who sometimes had a slightly more inside and outside strike zone, they're going to learn very quickly. Now, I got to do it the way the robot says, or I'm going to continually be kind of embarrassed in front of giant crowds. So they're really going to have to be locked in this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have respect for those guys. It's a very difficult job, and they are great at what they do. But, it is important to get that thing right. It is. And that Ty France one, holy smokes, it was a millimeter away.
And that's not a bad call by the umpire.
No, God, no.
That's not, that's not one that's a millimeter outside, and you thought maybe it ticked the black.
The ones in the Red Sox game, Ben, the ball was like this. The catcher goes, shoot, down the middle. Right. And he said, ball. It was like Enrico Palazzo back there, dude. It was unbelievable. And Alex Cora's like, what are we doing, dude? He's right down the middle.
But he doesn't have to anymore. It's like, okay, that's an easy one. Let's
Yes.
challenge it and move on. That's obviously someone you just get crossed up sometimes. You blink at the wrong moment.
100%.
And,
You fall
it's going to
asleep.
happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen,
like-
and that will correct those. But it's these ones that are close are going to be very exciting.
It's like us. How many times do we ever make a mistake on this show? Never said the wrong
Almost
thing.
never.
Yeah, almost never, right? I mean, it happens every single day. So they are human beings, but to take a little bit of that out and get, in the name of accuracy is great.
All right. So is it it's you and the kids?
Just me and the kids
that are going.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the boys on this one, man. Little father-son's trip.
Probably fair after you were gone at spring training for a few days.
Indeed.
That Hannah now gets a
respite,
a breather for a moment.
I said to her last night, I go, you going to miss us? She goes, I'm going to be doing taxes, so I won't have time to think about anything else.
That's what she's going to do.
I said, that's the wrong answer. The answer is, of course I'm going to miss you guys, but I'll be here doing taxes. But yeah, I'll miss you guys terribly. She goes, no, I won't even have time to think about it because I'll be doing taxes.
She's not going to go out with the gals.
No.
On the town.
No. She's going to be grinding on taxes, man. That's what she does.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to come back and your taxes are going to be done.
Yeah. Pretty
That's
great.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. She's a beast.
I want to go on that kind of vacation.
She's the GOAT. That's why she's the GOAT.
All right, that is it for us. We will come back. A couple of us tomorrow. We'll have Darren Smith joining us in studio as well.
See you guys Monday.
And then Woodsy will be back on Monday. Braden and Frank coming up next for Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Thursday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.